those two just keep pushing each other on, pushing the boundaries of greatness.
Exactly, and would they have been able to, that's the question that I always ask myself, would they have been able to do this and keep this up, the relentlessness that they've shown without each other? If they was out on their own, no one else around, would they continue to have done this? That's the question.
No, they probably do add to the motivation.
Yeah, 100%. I think all the great sportsmen in the world have always had that someone else to feed off. And I think this is another great rivalry in football. They don't talk about it. Seems like there's a bit of a respect between them. They don't ever mention each other really, but they're just phenomenal to watch. And people try and make comparisons of who's better, etc. Just enjoy them, man.
How much has Lionel Messi pushed you to become a better player?
I'm pushed to myself. I don't need other players to push myself. I just work since I was in sporting, so I push myself all the time to be the best. As I say many times, in my opinion, I'm the best because I think we have to think like that, not just in my job, but you have to think in your job you are the best reporter. And I'm thinking like that. If I'm not thinking like that, I'm not going to be stronger than I think I am.
But you also love individual awards. They matter to you.
It's part of my sacrifice, my obsession to win, to have success. You know, when I say success, it's I work for that. Talent is not enough. I dedicate myself so much that this is part of me. Records is part of me. I don't follow the records. The records follow me, which is different.
Are you addicted to winning?
Yes, I am. I'm addicted to the success. Because
that's the thing that really drives you.
Yes, I think so. And I think it's not something bad. I think it's good. It motivates me. If something not motivated, it's better, to stop. We shared this stage 15 years, me and him. I don't know if it's ever happened in football. The same two guys in the same stage all the time. So it's not easy, as you know. And of course we have a good relationship. We have that battle the last 15 years, which is good. He pushed me and I push him as well. So it's good to be part of history of football. I'm there, and of course he's there as well.
When I was at Manchester United, and you think, who was that person who had a massive impact on the club while they were there? And you can't look no further than Cristiano. And you talk about mindset. I don't know a stronger, more determined, obsessed player that I'd share the changing room with, because he was just phenomenal.
Why we don't believe that we can do it better? You have to believe, you have to be positive to try to change things. They only give up to the guys who is weak mentally. This is why I mentioned in the beginning, you here, you have to implant that in your mind that we are capable to change things.
Well, my best works is dedication and hard work. To achieve this kind of things, you need to work hard and, be a great professional, be serious in your job. And this is what I try to do.
Been a great debate over the last few years with him and Messi. But I think over the last 6 months, I think he's gone on to another level. I think he's out there on his own. The way he started the World Cup, the way he finished last season. How many times can we say it about him? His improvement, his attitude. And I think a lot of it is not natural ability for Ronaldo. As brilliant as he is, I think it's just sheer hard work, determination, desire, courage. He's got a lot of courage, wants to get in there, he's brave. I've said it before, the guy's a genius.
This difference between making it because of talent and making it because of work ethic. You said to me you felt like an enormous percentage of your success has come from work ethic, and that there's sort of an unfair perception maybe of you of just being hyper talented, and that's where all the success comes from.
To be honest, I think both have to work in the same time, because talent without work is nothing, and work without talent is nothing too. So I think the both mix up. And of course I have two. I'm not will say that I have more one than the other one. Because if you see my whole career for the last 20 years, my level was high. And this is, as you can know, it's really tough. Not only in a football, but in any area. If you are top for 20 years is unbelievable. My biggest motivation is to carry on, to still enjoy, to make people happy, to make my family happy. So for me, I have both talent and work ethic.
But the fact is that he has shown that it's not just ability, it is hard work, and he seems to be getting the fruits of all the hard work that he's put in down the years. He looks like somebody he will not put anything that's not going to benefit him inside his body.
For example, you arrive home, you had a lunch, you do it a quick nap, and you wake up, you play with your kids, and I have to go to the gym at least 30-40 minutes, but this will make the difference in the end of the day, you understand? If you not do it that work, you miss one. The next day, it's 2 sessions that you lost, and I know in the end of the day, in the hand, they're gonna make a huge difference. This is why I'm 34 and I look 28.
Every year is a challenge for me to be better than last year. So I know it's tough. Last year was amazing. 2 years ago was amazing too. So my job is to continue to work hard and dedicate myself 100% in my job and win trophies, collective and individual too.
He said, let's go, and having a lunch after training. Go to his house, he was few people on the table. I look at it, it was just some salad, plain white chicken, no juice, just water. So we have a food, quickly a lunch, and after that, he said, let's go in the garden and play two-touch. I said, Cristiano, we just finished. So we go playing two-touch. After that, let's go for a swim. After that, let's have a sauna, jacuzzi. I was like, Cristiano, why we didn't stay at the training room? So that's why I said Cristiano deserves everything he got right now. So I'm really happy for him, and he deserves because he works so hard and he's a machine. Rio beat him in front of everyone, so we screamed, and Cristiano was so angry. He sent his cousin by a tennis table. After 2 weeks, he back and he beat Rio in front of all of us. So that's Cristiano Ronaldo. He don't want to lose any game.
The discipline is the most difficult thing, not only in the sports, but in the life. I give you the map. You are willing to do that?
Yeah.
It's the main point, because everyone wants to be Cristiano.
It's the consistency. If you start today, you're gonna have benefits in the future. The most important thing, it's the consistency. If you have consistency, you're gonna be good in the future, or you're gonna be better than other ones in the future. If you are not consistent more than other ones, if you don't add something more than other ones, you're never gonna be number one like me. If you want to achieve successful, it's the only way. Go back to the gym, work, because you have more to show. You understand? Life continue. You cannot live in the past. I'm really good on that, you understand? I learned by the years that, listen, Cristiano, let's go. Because pain, you're gonna have all the time, uncertainty and constant work. Constant work, constant work. It doesn't matter what's happening. It's gonna happen in your life. You have to continue. This is the way I see the life, and football especially. The level that I am is like in other sports, Formula 1, NBA. The best players always follow the best players. They want to be in the top of the game because the other ones, they are there. You cannot rest or sleep because the other one can pass you. Of course, we fight with everyone. With Neymar, with Messi, with Lewandowski, with Higuain, with the top of the best players in the world. So, I mean, this is not fighting, but it's hard, it's healthy. Comparisons is healthy, and we fight, to be the best. This is why it's my main point, it's my motivation, it's to be better than them, year after year. Listen, Cristiano, let's go. Life continue. Past is past, it's never come again. The present, it's the best gift that we have in our life. The present, because you don't know what's gonna happen tomorrow. You don't know. I don't know, you don't know. So live the present. Go back to the gym, work, because you have more to show. You understand? Life continue. You cannot live in the past, because pain, you're gonna have all the time, uncertainty and constant work. Constant work, constant work. Doesn't matter what's happening. It's gonna happen in your life. You have to continue. This is the way I see the life.
Do you ever wake up and you say, I don't want to do it today?
I fight against that. It's the big challenge. It's when you're not willing to do something, but you have to do it. This is the main point. This is why I say our mind, it's a box of surprises, and you have to challenge yourself to be consistent. I repeat, sometimes it's hard. It's what many people say, you like to go to the gym every day. Of course, no. It's not true. Nobody likes to go to the gym every day. But you have to do it. Some people, they don't want to shoot penalty because they don't feel confident. It's okay. I respect that. But Cristiano never will do that. Never. Even if I miss one time, I will shoot the second time. If I lose the second time, I will shoot the third time. I'm not afraid.
Most important thing is not what you do.
Work or talent?
Talent. If you don't have talent, forget it. But of course, if you have talent and if you work hard, dedicate yourself, you will be much better. But of course, the talent is the main word. If you don't have talent, you can work whatever you want. You're never gonna be a great player. But I have to mention talent.
How much do you pay for that? How much do you give for that? How much do you train for that?
Well, it's dedication and hard work. This is my words, to dedicate myself 100% every time to be the position that I am today. It's not 1 year, it's 10 years, 12 years, to maintain my level. It's making me feel proud. As you mentioned, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. The number one, of course, I feel proud for that. But for me, the most important, it's to maintain my level in the pitch, to play good, to score goals, to do assistance, to win trophies. And this is what I want to keep continue to do it, because it's what I love to do it, is to play football and maintain my fans and my supporters happy. You have to dedicate yourself 100%. It doesn't mean how many hours you're training, but the way you're training, your dedication. You can have a training only 1 hour, but you give everything for that to achieve your goals. So this is what I try to do it in the trainings, in the games. Try to be better and better in my job. And for the last 7-8 years, I think I maintain my level in the same way. So this is make me feel proud, and I will continue to work hard to maintain that level.
When you was in Manchester, I saw you knew you wasn't complete. What did you do? What was you doing when everybody go inside, finish training? What was you doing?
I learn to be better and better, to be around the best players in the world. So, but if you make the two things, talent with work hard, you can be a huge player. And this is my head thing. And I think I'm in that role.
How you make the balance?
It's easy. When you work with the best team in the world, because I think my team, the guys who work...
You have the best team in the world.
In my opinion, yes. Yeah. They work hard like me, outside the football. Of course, business is something that I like it, and in the future, I can see myself in that position. But now, as you know, I have to focus more in the football because it's my job. But outside of football, I have a fantastic team, the guys in the specific areas that take care of me. And I'm so blessed for that, and I feel, of course, happy for that, because I have an unbelievable team.
Do you look to the spreadsheets yourself? do you go to ask the managers how business is going, or you are concerned?
Of course, I like to know.
Yeah, you do.
Yes, it's important, and it's, when something have your name, I think you should have interesting to know how the things going on. So not all about my shoes, but all the products, as you say, the hotels, blankets, the Nike product.
Very nice blanket.
The blanket.
I got one, yes.
The headphones, many things we have. So, of course, we are in the control. As I said before, I have a fantastic team that they give me the information about everything. I'm not 100% worried what the things going on, because I trust in my people. So this is why we have a fantastic team, and of course I'm so happy with my team too.
What would you say has been your greatest achievement so far, on and off the pitch actually?
Inside the pitch?
Yeah.
Inside the pitch is always, the most important is to win trophies. Because we work 10, 11 months
if you don't win nothing, it's empty, you know? And I like to win trophies, collective and individual, because I work hard for that. Outside the pitch, it's to have the family that I have and the friends that I have, and try to be the most happy person in the world.
How to be number one, how to achieve all your goals. Tell them the secret. Please try to motivate the children and the youth.
Well, don't exist secret here. The secrets don't exist. Exist hard work, dedication, be obsessed to be something in a life, and follow their dreams. I think if you want to be a football player, or if you want to be engineer, or whatever you want to be, dedicate yourself, you know, work hard, you know, and believe in you. I think this is the main words, not just a kid want to be a Cristiano Ronaldo, but anything it can be, you know, work hard. I think it's the main work and the dream, to believe in that everything is possible in a life.
I love football. Well, I remember I always playing in the street. One day my father coming and he said to me, "Why you don't coming for the club when I work?" I say, "Yes, why not?" And I start to play, you know, to have the same routine. And I go to every day to training, and I like it to be part of, you know, a team. And I training every day, and, you know, my father was there to help me. Well, in the beginning, I feel that I was different than the other kids. Yeah? Yes, I feel. But I didn't ever thinking that one day I will be a professional. And playing, for example, in Manchester United or Real Madrid or even in Sporting. I just play, you know, to enjoy, but I never thinking that, hey, I have talents and I'm going to be professional. In the beginning, I didn't feel that.
Very important for me. I'm always a competitive player. Not just in the games, I'm in the training, I'm like that. In the home, with my sisters, with my mom, with my nephews, I'm always try to competitive hard and try to win. I'm like that, you know. I'm never change, because I like this. I like what I do. I like my life. I'm a happy person. So competitive is part of my life. So in Madeira, in Madrid, in England, I always want to win. I'm always competitive person. So it's part of me.
Why make the move from Manchester United to Real Madrid when you did?
I think everything have a beginning and end, and everything. So what I did in Manchester is completely finished, because I win almost everything there. So I always strive for a new challenge. This is what I try to do, to move Manchester from Madrid. It's not about the contract. It's about new challenge. My family too, close to my family, different weather, the language. Everything, and the most important things, what I move is a challenge, because I really like to put myself in the pressure to see what I can do. Judge something that they don't know. Of course, it's something that I don't like, but I have to live with that. I cannot change my personality. I cannot change my character. I cannot change my education. You know, I respect the people, but of course I don't agree, because the real people who know me, he knows who is Cristiano, you understand? So I cannot change the mind of the other people. Maybe sometimes in the pitch, I show something that the people don't want or don't like, but this is my kind of way to thinking, because I'm an ambitious person. I don't smile a lot in the pitch, because I try to be focused. But in one point, I really understand some people, because, you know, in a life we have always the people who judge us. But I think sometimes this is not fair, but, you know, we have to live with that. Believe and follow his dreams, work hard. Many important people, and people who I respect a lot, especially my dad and my mom, always give me, you should respect. If you want respect, you should respect the other people. And this is what I always put in my mind. If you see my career at the last 6-7 years, I'm always a kind of similar level. Why? As I said before, It's a long process. It's a dedication, it's hard work. And for the future, I will try to maintain the same. I'm gonna push myself until my body give me good answer. So this is why I'm enjoying the present. And I don't think a lot about the future because I know the future will be good too. But I just enjoy the moments. I feel good, my body's good. It's maybe the best moments of my career so far. And I want to continue.
Do you think what makes you different to the others, to the next rung on the ladder, if you like, of very good players, is the dedication level that you put in?
I think I'm good, but I think my main strength, it's my mind. I think it's my strongest point, it's my mind. First, the numbers, they don't lie. If you see during the last 15 years, my level is always kind of the same. So effort, dedication, work hard, because the talent is not enough anymore. And if you're not dedicated 100%, you're not gonna reach the level that you want.
Talent without work is nothing, and work without talent is nothing too. So I think the both mix up. And of course I have two. I'm not will say that I have more one than the other one, because if you see my whole career for the last 20 years, my level was high, and this is, as you can know, it's really tough. Not only in a football, but in any area. If you are top for 20 years, is unbelievable. And I do that, and I continue to do that. For me, it's a big achievement, and my biggest motivation is to carry on, to still enjoy, to make people happy, to make my family happy. So for me, I have both talent and work ethic.
The discipline of Cristiano, the discipline is unbelievable. I never see this. The discipline is in another level. I see professional football players, professional, like Zlatan. They all, like a lot of players, they're very professional. They come early, they do all the recoveries and stuff like that. But someone that's been there every single day and don't stop, that's Cristiano. That's Cristiano. Cristiano is every day. You know, some days you can like, oh, I'm okay, he doesn't miss one day. He's disciplined. No, it's like he's a professional. You're professional. But the discipline to do it every single day, non-stop.
The young boy came to my office, and it was a Tuesday, and he says, "Boss, can I have Friday off?" And I said, "Why do you want Friday off?" He said, "My mother's died." And I went, "Oh, of course, son." Yeah. From that moment on, if a player came to me and says, "I want tomorrow off," I said, "Yeah, can I help you?" You know, in the case of Cristiano, I knew his father was ill, I knew he was in hospital, and it was important for him to be there. You know, it didn't matter the football club. Yeah. You've got to understand, there's some of the things that are bigger than the football club. Yeah. And family is definitely one of them, without question.
Especially when I remember the thing that I have more in my memory is the time when my father was sick in hospital. And we had a tough moment of the season because we had important games in Champions League, in the league. And I say, "Coach, I need to go to see my daddy." And I was a key player. I was a very important player. And he said, "Listen, your family is the most important that you have in life. If you want to go 3 days, 4 days, 5 days, you can go." These moments is what I keep for me because it was the most important moments in my life. And he shared with me. This is why I respect him. And for me, is the best coach I ever had.
It's interesting, that first couple of years of Cristiano, when he was frustrating, did you always think that he would get to the level that he did?
Absolutely. Well, his game, he was amazing, the kid. He was only 17, he's come up for 18, of course, but he was amazing. But you know, we had all that prepared to bring him to the club. But it was going to be the next year, that was the arrangement.
Yeah.
And Carlos Queiroz organised it with the Sporting Lisbon people. But then he come into the first team, and he's a sensation immediately. Real Madrid, Arsenal were all hovering, and we had to move quickly. Unfortunately, got me in the little room after the game, said to him, "I want to come back in the plane with us." He's doing no money. The next day, we got a private plane, brought him and his mother and his sister and his brother and his lawyer over, and he signed.
How many people in the world do you completely trust?
Completely, 100%. I'm not gonna say names because I think it's not fair, but I will say 4%. 4? Yes. 100% trust, 4%. Wow. I have a very close friends, family, but who I trust 100%, maybe 4%. 100%.
Going me to his office, he said, "Patrice, Cristiano Ronaldo, I agree, 99% to come back. And Gareth Bale, he needed 200 million, and the club refused to give him those 200 million, and now they spend billion."
And what year was that?
2013. I remember when I get out of his office, I was like, Cristiano is back. Gareth Bale. You know, we're back in business after winning the title and everything.
Imagine those two.
Imagine. So that's what he said. He said, "I need to win more Champions League." Then one morning, I come back in the training ground. I arrive in the dressing room. For the first time, I see the gaffer with his normal clothes, not the training kit. I say, "Oh." He said, "Okay, guys, I'm gonna resign." I made the decision. Wow. Because my wife, lost a sister. He said things like that. "I know I'm letting you down, but this is a personal matter." And he just went back in his office.
A goal with the bicycle like this one. The way I jump against Buffon, against Juventus, quarterfinals of Champions League, probably one of the best goals I ever seen in football. Not just because it's my goal. If it will be another player, I will say the same.
Better than sex?
Better than sex.
Be honest. Be honest.
Be honest. No.
It was, wasn't it?
No, with my Gio, no.
Let's talk about football briefly. You currently have 145 records where you've been most, first, or only something in professional football. It's a ridiculous number. You're a team player in the sense you love to win big team competitions, but you also love individual awards. They matter to you.
It's part of my sacrifice, my obsession to win, to have success. You know, when I say success, it's I work for that. Talent is not enough. I dedicate myself so much that this is part of me. Records is part of me. I don't follow the records. The records follow me, which is different.
Are you addicted to winning?
Yes, I am. I'm addicted to the success. Because
that's the thing that really drives you.
Yes, I think so. And I think it's not something bad. I think it's good. It motivates me. If something not motivated, it's better, to stop. You understand? The record's coming in a natural way. It's different. But when you are close, you say, why not? For example, this record now, I think I had a chance to beat, and it's a beautiful record. The most top scorer in the world history.
One important thing, I don't speak after 10, 11 o'clock, I don't speak on the phone. I don't like to speak in the night because it's activate my brain. So after 10 o'clock, don't call me. Even, if it's urgent or with some friends, I pick it up. But if it's not, I don't like to pick up the phone in the night.
Do you have more pounds in the bank or more Instagram followers?
It's a good question. Probably similar, I don't know. Probably similar.
I'm just trying to work out how Wayne Rooney could hate you even more, and probably that's the answer.
Well, not only him. Imagine the rest of the rats, they're gonna criticize me too. I try to find with my experience to don't push too much my body when they need to recover, but to find the balance, which sometimes is difficult. I take care of my body since I started to play football.
You like being number one, don't you, Cristiano?
Yes, of course.
I mean, you don't want to be number two, do you? If I sat here and said to you, you're the second most followed person on
Instagram, if I will be the third or fourth, for me it doesn't matter. In my job, yes. In my job, yes. I want to be the number one.
Fame is a very double-edged sword, isn't it? I know that part of you, I can tell, loves the attention, the adulation, the fame. being Cristiano Ronaldo must be, for a lot of the time, incredible. Cristiano, let me start just by asking you, why are you doing this interview with me?
Because I think it's the time to say something. And because I like you. As simple as that.
Well, don't say that in public. Well, I like you too, and I appreciate it, because I think that you've had to sustain a lot of criticism this year in particular, probably more than at any stage in your career. And I think it's time to set the record straight and to clear up a few things, not least, I suspect, for the fans of Manchester United. You must be wondering what the hell's been going on.
No, as I say many times, the fans, I'm always gonna say good about them. They are the most important things in the football. You play for them. Passes is good for me. I feel very confident in the game, and I play 19 minutes, and I think I play very well.
And was the culmination of that dream, I think it was just a few days later, they said, we want to sign him.
After the game, I speak. I listen to both speak with my agent, and he showed very interesting for me, and I'm very happy, and I say, oh, it's amazing. And the people brought me for England to show the academy, show me the club, and of course I say yes, because it's an amazing club. It's different, it's top class, top club.
You know the story that a few of the United players said to the boss afterwards, you've got to sign him. He destroyed us, he was fantastic. Have they ever said anything to you about that, the players?
Yeah, someone tell me. Of course, when the players speak about you good and say, you need to work this player for England. It's amazing, because the players, they like the football, they like the good players, and the situation, it's good, because if you play say, you need to buy this player, it's a good for Manchester. He's a Manchester United player, and when the people say this, of course I feel very good and feel very proud. I think the most important is to find the balance. Sometimes I can eat a burger or chips, well, it doesn't matter. And it's important too for your mind too. Sometimes I sleep 2 o'clock in the morning, because last night I was in UFC here in Saudi, and the main event, it's 2 o'clock. Yes, it's quality of life too. But the most important thing, it's the consistency. If you have consistency, you're gonna be good in the future, or you're gonna be better than other ones in the future. This is my opinion. My motivation, it's myself, I keep fighting against myself. When I wake up in the morning, I'm motivating to go to the training. I'm my own medic, my own doctor. I am my mental coach, my nutritionist, my doctor. If you do the right things, you're gonna be better than other persons. For example, I take sun now, take 20 minutes, and I know it's gonna help me. The sun is good for the body. Of course, if I will be here all day, I will be with wrinkles, will be bad. But 30 minutes, and I feel good. With 36, I'm still here.
I think you're the best football player that's ever lived. I think.
You think?
There's a raging debate, as you know. A lot of people think Messi. A lot of people think you. A few others think other players, but the two
honest,
of you... My honest thing is, I think... that matters to you?
Yes.
What is your key bit of advice to the next generation in terms of making it to the top and staying there?
Believe. I think you should believe in everything, and of course the rest, it's the dedication, the hard work. Listen to people who know more than you, who they have more experience than you, and believe in your talent. I think it's the main point.
What separates the best ones with the other ones, with the average ones, is the consistency. All the time I put it on my mind that you always can improve something. This is what I did. It's not by coincidence that the last 12, 13, 14 years I'm always in the top of the game. So this is take a lot of consistency, hard work, be professional,
And this is why I'm still there. Go back to the gym, work, because you have more to show. You understand? Life continue. You cannot live in the past. I'm really good on that. You understand? I learned by the years that, listen, Cristiano, let's go. Because pain, you're going to have all the time, uncertainty and constant work. Constant work. Constant work. It doesn't matter what's it's going to happen in your life. You have to continue. This is the way I see the life. The most important thing is to have a routine. Consistency, not obsession. Good. Don't be like Cristiano, because Cristiano is crazy. Okay. But 20%, 25%, it's too much.
Yeah, be more consistent.
Even my friends say that I'm sick to live that life. For me, it's not a big deal. I do it in a comfortable way, in a happy way.
Yeah.
For me, it's not sacrifice. You say, yeah, sometimes you don't want to go to the gym. Of course, no. Sometimes I don't go to do but I go because I have a compromise with myself. But I'm not go happy every day. You think I'm wake up off the bed every day happy or with my wife or with my kids? Sometimes I'm not, but it's part of our time. We are both the same. We feel this every time. Make effort in your health. If you want to be a football player, work hard, believe in yourself, and dreaming, you know? Training well, listen to your coaches, listen to your parents, and work hard, okay? This is my advice. It doesn't matter for me if you win or if you lose. I will stand up the next day and I will continue. Right. I miss, but I'm not gonna shy away. I'm gonna be here. Even if I miss, I will shoot. I'm always will be like that. I'm never gonna shy away. Never. And you know me, since young, I'm not shy away. Some people, they don't want to shoot penalty because they don't feel confident. It's okay. I respect that. But Cristiano never will do that. Never. Even if I miss one time, I will shoot the second time. If I lose the second time, I will shoot the third time. I'm not afraid. One important thing, I don't speak after 10, 11 o'clock, I don't speak on the phone. I don't like to speak in the night because it's activate my brain. So after 10 o'clock, don't call me. Even, if it's urgent or if it's some friends, pick it up. But if it's not, I don't like to pick up the phone anymore. Some people, they don't want to shoot penalty because they don't feel confident. It's okay. I respect that. But Cristiano never will do that. Never. Even if I miss one time, I will shoot the second time. If I lose the second time, I will shoot the third time. I'm not afraid. One thing that I learned in a few years is enjoy the moment. Enjoy the moment. Live the moment, because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Past is past. It never come again. The present, it's the best gift that we have in our life. The present. Because you don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. You don't know. Yes. I don't know. You don't know. So live the present. All of us, nobody's perfect. We failed too many times. We have so many uncertainty in our life that we have to be capable when we are down to stand up. It's part of the journey. It's part of the process. It's part of our education. In my case, I learn the most when I'm down. And it's good that these certain moments happen, because when you are in the top of the wave, you don't see under what's going on. I'm always say to my friends, it's good to have problems. It's the only way that you can improve. Because everyone wants to be Cristiano, but I give you the map. You think you will do it that? It's difficult. It's
the discipline.
The discipline is the most difficult thing, not only in the sport, but in the life. You have to challenge yourself to be consistent. I repeat, sometimes it's hard. It's what many people say, you like to go to the gym every day. Of course, no. It's not true. Nobody likes to go to the gym every day. But you have to do it.
What motivates you still?
Well, my best words is dedication and hard work. To achieve this kind of things, you need to work hard and, be a great professional, be serious in your job. And this is what I try to do. To be here for 8th time, I think is not by coincidence. It's because, we all have talent, but talent without the work, it's nothing.
What's your secret? Because you're showing no signs of slowing down.
No secrets. Don't exist secrets. The secret is dedication and hard work. you know, to be able to work 100% all the time. This is, if exists words, this is my secret. You have to be yourself. Doesn't matter if the people like or not. You think I'm gonna change now? Cristiano's self is always, I'm gonna change now. You think with nearly 40 years old, I'm gonna change? Of course not. Oh, you like me or you don't like me. It's part of the life. For me, it's not a problem. In the national team, it was like that.
How much pressure did you feel being the first real big star to come out and then say to everybody, come on, follow me? How was that big pressure for you?
To be honest, it was zero pressure. I didn't have any pressure.
What?
I didn't feel pressure.
Well,
for me, pressure...
everyone going crazy.
You know, for me, pressure, it's the people who was in a war, that didn't have foods to eat, that deal with the guns during the night, shots. For me, this is the real pressure. As I told you before, I left my house with 11, 12 years old. I cry every day. So, honest, I'm not gonna tell you that to be cocky or whatever, but pressure was zero. I have millions, billions, but the most important thing, it's the family. Keep your family healthy, good, and take care of your family, because this is the most important thing in the world. Apart of that, of course, you have your life, your private life, but in the beginning, your family, it's always with you, for the good moments and for the bad moments.
Do you ever wake up and you say, I don't want to do it today?
I fight against my mind. Yes, sometimes it's happened. We are all human beings. We are not happy every day. We are, you know, not in a good mood every day. It's normal. It's part of us. You like to go to the gym every day? Of course no. It's not true. Nobody likes to go to the gym every day. But you have to do it because your mental strength is coming from that moments, that in a hard moments, you know you should do it. And I do it because after that, maybe in the beginning you feel hard to start, but after when you finish the gym or cold plunge or even the training, you will feel better.
I don't care what the people thinking about me, and if they say that I'm cocky, that I'm arrogant, I don't care, honestly. With 14 years old, I have 5 kids, I have the best friends ever, I have the team that they help me a lot. Public opinion for me is not important anymore. I just want to be happy, to do what I like to do, to still maintain my level in football, score goals, which is still maintain me happy, and I'm still happy when I go training, compete in the training. And I think I'm a normal people. I don't spend money. For example, I'm not go shopping. If I go anywhere, I can buy whatever I want, but I don't need that anymore.
And you know me, since young, I'm not shy away. I'm not that scared ass that I have cramp, which is I understand. Some people, they don't want to shoot penalty because they don't feel confident. Pressure, it's okay. I respect that. But Cristiano never will do that. Never. Even if I miss one time, I will shoot the second time. If I lose the second time, I will shoot the third time. I'm not afraid.
I'm not obsessed for the money, because I think the money, it can help you too in many ways. But when you reach some level, the money doesn't matter anymore, in my opinion. But it's always good to have more, because we are human beings. We are never happy with what we have. That is something that I learned during the time, that financial is important, the money is important, but other things, they are more important than that.
I'm my own medic, my own doctor. I am my mental coach, my nutritionist, my doctor. If you do the right things, you're gonna be better than other persons. For example, I take sun now, take 20 minutes, and I know it's gonna help me. The sun is good for the body. Of course, if I will be here all day, I will be with wrinkles, will be bad. But 30 minutes, and I feel good. With 36, I'm still here. I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't have tattoos, I don't want to impress anyone. I just want to show the best of myself. I always strive for hard work, dedication, and excellence. My life and my success came from my work. Because
how much has Lionel Messi pushed you to become a better player? And the second part of that question, would you say that you two are the best players of all time, better than Pele, Maradona?
I'm pushed to myself. I don't need other players to push myself. I just work since I was in sporting, so I push myself all the time to be the best. As I say many times, in my opinion, I'm the best because I think we have to think like that, not just in my job, but you have to think in your job you are the best reporter, and I'm thinking like that. If I'm not thinking like that, I'm not going to be stronger than I think I am.
When I was a kid, at 11, 12 years old, we didn't have money. Look, my family, 3 in 3 months, was hard, so very hard period without the family. Later night, like 10:30, 11, we are a little bit hungry. So we had a McDonald's next to the stadium where we live. And we always go to the back door and we knock the door. Hey, any burgers left? And Edna and 2 more girls, which they are unbelievable. I never find the girls again. I speak with some people in Portugal to try to find where is the girls because I don't find. And I hope if this interview will help to find that girls, I will be so happy because, you know, that period was a period that I was appreciate so much.
When you was in Manchester, I saw you knew you wasn't complete. What did you do? What was you doing when everybody go inside, finish training? What was you doing?
I learned and to be better and better, to be around the best players in the world. So, but if you make the 2 things, talent with work hard, you can be a huge player. And this is my head thing. And I think I'm in that role.
Hard work or talent?
Talent. If you don't have talent, forget it. But of course, if you have talent and if you work hard, dedicate yourself, you will be much better. But of course, the talent is the main word. If you don't have talent, you can work whatever you want. You're never gonna be a great player. But I have to mention talent.
How often do you train each week, like in the gym, on the pitch?
I do it. Not every day. For example, gym, I cannot do it every day.
Yes,
if you get gym every day, you're gonna be tired in a game. So you have to do it the balance. You know, the life it's all about the balance. And with the age, you start to understand that the most important thing is you know 100% your body and training smart. It's not the quantity, it's the quality. And I learned about that, of course, when I was young, when I was 20s, 25, 27. You work in a different way than in 28, 30s. It's completely different. But I think I'm still feel good, sharp, motivated, because I think the main point is the mind. If you feel motivated, it helps a lot. So you have to work. I try to do it almost every day. This is why I'm in a top level many years. I think it's not by coincidence. It's because I do it extra outside the pitch. When I'm 12 years old, most of the people told me, Cristiano, you are a very good talent player, but you are very skinny, very slim. And I put it in my mind, the body we can improve. We can improve. You got gym, dedication and hard work, you can improve. So I'm improving myself. The level that I am is like in other sports, Formula 1, NBA. The best players always follow the best players. They want to be in the top of the game because the other ones, they are there. You know, you cannot rest or sleep because the other one can pass you. Of course, we fight with everyone. With Neymar, with Messi, with Lewandowski, with Higuain, you know, with the top of the best players in the world. So, I mean, this is not fighting, but it's hard, it's healthy. You know, comparisons is healthy, and we fight, you know, to be the best. This is why it's my main point, it's my motivation, it's to be better than them, year after year. Because honestly, I don't know my father very well. He was a drunk person, and I never had like a normal conversation with him. But I know he was really proud of me, even when I was younger. He treated me unbelievable. I was like a diamond of the family, and he knew it. He knew that I will become the football player. But for me, it's make me sad because everything, I was number one, and he don't see nothing. All my family see, my brother, my sisters,
even my oldest son, and he never saw how great I become. Never.
Being number one on Instagram, on Twitter, on Facebook, the best, the highest paid, everything. How much do you pay for that? How much do you give for that? How much do you train for that?
Well, it's dedication and hard work. This is my words, to dedicate myself 100% every time to be the position that I am today. It's not 1 year, it's 10 years, 12 years, to maintain my level. It's make me feel proud. As you mentioned, Instagram, Twitter, Facebook. The number one, of course, I feel proud for that. But for me, the most important, it's to maintain my level in the pitch. To play good, to score goals, to do assistance, to win trophies, and this is what I want to keep continue to do it, because it's what I love to do. It is to play football and maintain my fans and my supporters happy. You have to dedicate yourself 100%. It doesn't mean how many hours you're training, but the way you're training, your dedication. You can have training only 1 hour, but you give everything for that to achieve your goals. So this is what I try to do it in the trainings, in the games. Try to be better and better in my job. And for the last 7-8 years, I think I maintain my level in the same way. So this is make me feel proud, and I will continue to work hard to maintain that level.
On the pitch, what would you say has been your greatest achievement so far, on and off the pitch actually?
Inside the pitch?
Yeah.
Inside the pitch is always, the most important is to win trophies. Because we work 10, 11 months. If you don't win nothing, it's empty, And I like to win trophies, collective and individual, because I work hard for that. Outside the pitch, it's to have the family that I have and the friends that I have, and try to be the most happy person in the world.
How to be number one, how to achieve all your goals. Tell them the secret. Please try to motivate the children and the youth.
Well, don't exist secret here. The secrets don't exist. Exist hard work, dedication, be obsessed to be something in a life, and follow their dreams. I think if you want to be a football player, or if you want to be engineer, or whatever you want to be, dedicate yourself, work hard, and believe in you. I think this is the main words, not just a kid who want to be a Cristiano Ronaldo, but anything it can be, work hard. I think it's the main work and the dream, to believe in that everything is possible in a life. Everyone in my family love football.
Well, I remember I always playing in the street. One day my father coming and he said to me, "Why you don't coming for the club when I work?" I say, "Yes, why not?" And I start to play, to have the same routine. And I go to every day to training, and I like it to be part of, a team. And I training every day, and, my father was there to help me. Well, in the beginning, I feel that I was different than the other kids. Yeah? Yes, I feel. But I didn't even thinking that one day I will be professional. And playing, for example, in Manchester United or Real Madrid, or even in Sporting. I just play, to enjoy, but I never thinking that, hey, I have talents and I'm gonna be professional. In the beginning, I didn't feel that.
It's very important for me. I'm always a competitive player. Not just in the games, I'm in the training, I'm like that. In the home, with my sisters, with my mom, with my nephews, I'm always try to competitive hard and try to win. I'm like that, I'm never change, because I like this, I like what I do, I like my life, I'm a happy person, so competitive is part of my life. So in Madeira, in Madrid, in England, I always want to win, I always competitive person, so it's part of me. The people really don't know you. Who is the people to judge something that they don't know? Of course, it's something that I don't like, but I have to live with that. I cannot change my personality, I cannot change my character, I cannot change my education. you know, I respect the people, but of course I don't agree because the real people who know me, he knows who is Cristiano, you understand? So I cannot change the mind of the other people. Maybe sometimes in the pitch, I show something that the people don't want or don't like, but this is my kind of way to thinking because I'm an ambitious person. I don't smile a lot in the pitch because I try to be focused. But in one point, I really understand some people because, you know, in a life we have always the people who judge us. But I think sometimes this is not fair, but, you know, we have to live with that.
Why make the move from Manchester United to Real Madrid when you did?
I think everything have a beginning and end and everything. So what I did in Manchester is completely finished because I win almost everything there. So I always strive for a new challenge. This is what I try to do, to move Manchester from Madrid. It's not about the contract. It's about new challenge, my family too, close to my family, different weather, the language, everything. And the most important things, what I move is a challenge. Because I really like to put myself in the pressure to see what I can do.
Believe and follow his dreams, work hard. Many important people and people who I respect a lot, especially my dad and my mom, always give me, you should respect. If you want respect, you should respect the other people. And this is what I always put in my mind. If you see my career at the last 6-7 years, I'm always a kind of similar level. Why? As I said before, it's a long process. It's a dedication, it's hard work. And for the future, I will try to maintain the same. I'm gonna push myself until my body give me good answer. So this is why I'm enjoying the present, and I don't think a lot about the future because I know the future will be good too. But I just enjoy the moments. I feel good, my body's good. It's maybe the best moments of my career so far, and I want to continue.
A next big turning point for you, the game against Manchester United at the opening of the stadium. Going into that game, what were your thoughts going into the game? Was it a special game for you because it was Manchester United?
Yes.
Were you aware that they were already looking at you?
Because I watch Manchester every time in television, and never passed me from my head, one day I'll play in Manchester. I never believed this. When I play in sporting professional, it's a dream for me. I say, it's fantastic to play in the first team, but I never believe. And one day I play in Manchester. It's amazing. I remember one day before the game, I don't sleep very well. Exciting for the game. I speak with my friend. My friend said, "Hey, you're gonna play against Manchester. It's an amazing opportunity for you." And I try to do my best. I try to do my best and show my football. This is what I try to do. It's a special day for me, not just because I play with Manchester, but the stadium. This stadium is new, and everything is a special day for me. I think everything come good, and I appreciate it. I'm very happy.
Because it was Manchester United, did you try that a little bit harder? Did you put your 100% into it? Extra?
Yeah, extra, yes. This is what I say. When I watch the games on television, I think Manchester is one of the best clubs in the world. And I'm 18 years old, and it's a dream for me to play against Manchester. Once he don't like me, but because maybe I'm too good, I don't know why.
Second goal, your free kick, that's almost becoming your trademark, that style of free kick. Have you got a name for it?
Rocket.
Are you the best footballer in the world right now?
I think so, yes. In my mind, I'm always the best. To be honest, I don't care about the goalkeeper. Talent without work is nothing, and work without talent is nothing too. And of course I give 100% to show my football, and everything come easy, come good, and I'm appreciated for this.
Could you believe how well you played in that game? Was the way you played, was that a dream come true?
Yeah, when the game starts, I feel a little bit nervous, but after it's okay. The things come natural, dribblings, passes. It's good for me. I feel very confident in the game, and I play 19 minutes, and I think I play very well.
And was the culmination of that dream? I think it was just a few days later they said, we want to sign him.
No, after the game, I speak. I listen to the boss speak with my agent, and he showed very interesting for me, and I'm very happy, and I say, oh, it's amazing. And the people brought me for England to show the academy, show me the club, and of course I say yes because it's an amazing club. It's different. It's top class, top club.
You know the story that a few of the United players said to the boss afterwards, you've got to sign him. He destroyed us. He was fantastic. Have they ever said anything to you about that, the players?
Yeah, someone tell me. Of course, when the players speak about you good and say, you need to work this player for England. It's amazing because the players, you know, like the football, they like the good players, and the situation it's good because a few players say you need to buy this player. It's a good for Manchester. It's a Manchester United player, and when the people say this, of course I feel very good and feel very proud.
Do you have more pounds in the bank or more Instagram followers?
It's a good question. Probably similar, I don't know. Probably similar.
I'm just trying to work out how Wayne Rooney could hate you even more, and probably that's the answer.
Well, not only him. Imagine the rest of the rats, they're going to criticize me too.
Do you think what makes you different to the others, to the next rung on the ladder, if you like, of very good players, is the dedication level that you put in?
I think I'm good, but I think my main strength, it's my mind. I think it's my strongest point, it's my mind. Pierce, the numbers they don't lie. If you see during the last 15 years, my level is always kind of the same. So effort, dedication, work hard, because the talent is not enough anymore. And if you're not dedicated 100%, you're not gonna reach the level that you want.
You got to keep working. Your time's going to come. Trust me. You got to work no matter what. You got to work. Your time is going to happen. You're here for a reason. But you got to be ready, because if you're not, it's on you.
Why does discipline equal freedom? Because the more discipline you have in your life, the more freedom you will end up with. So if you lack the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up being a slave to disease. If you lack the discipline to work hard, save your money, you will end up a slave to finances. If you lack the discipline to manage your time correctly, you will end up with no free time. If you have self-discipline, if you have the discipline to save your money and work hard and invest your money properly, if you have the discipline to manage your time correctly and not waste a bunch of time, if you have the discipline to exercise and eat healthy, you will end up with freedom. I know it's counterintuitive, it's contrarian, but I've seen this over and over and over again. If you want freedom in your life, you have to have discipline.
To get anywhere in life, you have to work extremely hard. And you have to be disciplined. If you wanted to be a great piano player, there's no drug you can take, there's no self-help book, there's no guru. You got to spend 5 years, 10 years learning it until it becomes something that's second nature. There are no shortcuts. But if you learn that from an early age, like 10 years old or whatever, you see after a few years that an incredible pleasure happens where now you have mastery of this piano and you can play things you could never play before. Suddenly the whole thing opens up, this whole new universe. And that's the paradigm for everything meaningful in life. If you learn something well, if you learn a craft and you master it, it can bring you a far greater pleasure than any kind of drug or any kind of going out to a party or socializing. But you have to be patient, and you have to not be afraid of boredom, and you have to not be afraid of the effort.
Discipline is not restriction. Discipline is freedom. If you don't have discipline, then you're going to be a prisoner of your choices and your habits. So if you don't have the discipline to train, you're going to be a prisoner of your body when you're older. If you don't have the discipline to eat well, you're going to be a prisoner of disease in future. If you don't have the discipline to build a business, you will be a prisoner to your finances. The reality is, when you do have discipline or structure, let's use the word structure, when you do have structure and a plan that you follow on a day-to-day basis, that will lead you to get the things that you want. And when you have the things that you want, discipline is long-term freedom.
Do not go into a job thinking about money. Because if you go into a job thinking about money, you're not going to get the most out of it. If you go into a job loving it, being passionate about it, you're going to get everything you got coming out of it. But if you go into that job saying, I'm going to make a whole lot of money, this job's going to pay me this, you ain't going to get nothing out of it. You have to love it first. And I felt like I've always loved rap more than I love money. I love rap more than I love anything. That's why I built this facility so I can work whenever I want to.
If you're 20s, do all of that. Work day and night. Really do as many things, learn as much as you can, fail as often as possible.
What about work-life balance in your 20s?
Because that's the time to put in the hard work. Well, work-life balance actually comes out later.
So the thing is, when you want to build something great, it's not easy to do. And when you're doing something that's not easy to do, you're not always enjoying it. I don't love every day of my job. I don't think every day brings me joy, nor does joy have to be the definition of a good day. And every day I'm not happy. Every year I'm not happy about the company. But I love the company every single second. And so I think that what people misunderstand is somehow the best jobs are the one that brings you happiness all the time. I don't think that that's right. You have to suffer. You have to struggle. You have to endeavor. You have to do those hard things and work through it in order to really appreciate what you've done. And there are no such thing that are great that was easy to do.
If somebody works hard long enough, everybody gets dealt a hand in life. Mm-hmm. I think it's very important to sit back, look at the hand you're dealt, really identify which one of those things can get you to the highest vertical. And then you have to make the decision to do it. And over enough time and enough pressing, and I think networking is important. I think every person has the opportunity to put themselves in a great place.
What is the best advice you've ever heard or received?
Spend so much time on self-improvement that you have no time to criticize others.
Love it. That is great advice.
You realize through hard work, you can outwork anybody, no matter how badass they are. But that's the part people don't want to dive into.
Yeah. I don't believe in talent. I'm here because I worked hard my whole life. Without that work, no one in this room would know who I am except my family. So to all the kids around the world watching, paying attention, and aspiring to be like one of us or even on the stage someday, put the work in and watch the magical ride you go on.
Like, there's people out there that are just working harder than everybody else, and they're gonna keep doing it.
Yeah.
And that's their grind. Those people are super valuable because they change everybody's perspective of like what's possible, what to strive for, and what it takes. Like, do you really want to be a champion? Why? Because you just want to be cool? You want to be the coolest guy on the block? Like, you're not going to win. You're going to find some fucking psychopath who just lives it. It's their whole life. And if it's not your whole life, get out.
If the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing. From the movie The Professionals, we joined because we believed. We stayed because we were committed. We left because we were disillusioned. But we came back because we were lost. Without a dream, we are nothing.
How is it going to feel when your dreams become a reality? Go there. You go there, whatever it is. Governor, congressman, senator, the yacht, the boat, the trips, the travel, the accolades, the respect, the comment from your mom, your dad, your teacher, your professor, your enemy, your competitor, whatever it may be. How's it going to feel? In that moment, if you can convince yourself that feeling is so insanely good, then you would be willing to pay the price, the demand needed for your big dreams to become a reality.
Those times when you get up early and you work hard, those times when you stay up late and you work hard, those times when you don't feel like working, you're too tired, you don't want to push yourself, but you do it anyway. That is actually the dream.
To be successful at anything, the truth is you don't have to be special.
Just keep stacking days. Just keep stacking days. As long as you keep stacking days, I promise you, you will see the change. My coach used to always say, everything that you want is on the other side of hard.
You just have to be what most people aren't. Consistent, determined, and willing to work for it. No shortcuts.
If you can barely decide to take any action at all and peel your eyes away from your phone for just a moment, it's so much easier to beat everyone else, because in a world where it's never been easier to do nothing, doing something becomes extraordinary.
I say chase your dreams, man. Do that thing, man, that keeps you up at night. That thing that bothers you, man, that makes you trip. You can't quit thinking about it. You always, that thing, man, that you wake up in the middle of the night, you got a new idea. That's what you got to chase. Because anything else, it's going to disappoint you. You're going to forever be sad, man. If you don't chase that dream, you're going to forever be miserable, man.
Everyone thinks you're crazy until it works. You always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you rooting for you. People struggle to do things alone. And the path of the exceptional person is one of an exception, which means that you are not with other people. And rather than fighting that, see it as an indicator that you're on the right path. Because if everyone else were cheering you on, then it means you're not in the right place, because it means you're just like everyone else, and that's not where you want to be.
Never say you can't do it. Say, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet. And that's true with everything. It's like, there's nothing that you can't do. You may not have done it yet. We don't know if you can do it or not until you really practice. And then you find out if you can do it or not, or how well you can do it.
People give up right before they get what they've always wanted to get. People quit. That's your moment. That's your moment. It's not that all is lost. When you're feeling the most trapped and down and nothing can't go right, I feel like those are the moments that define you. Those are those character canon moments that are like, what am I going to do now? You know? Yeah. How do you respond to that? You know, you're the closest to getting what you want is always the hardest.
Just take action. Keep doing it. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep moving forward. And actually pushing the edges showed me that coming back to the center is a blessing.
Appreciating the mundanity, the small moments.
Every morning I woke up, I had a real conversation with that dirty mirror. And every day, the same answer came back to me. Do you want to be on your deathbed knowing that you could, but you didn't? Why do you care about what people are thinking when they're not trying to go where the fuck you're trying to go?
In this world, if you want success, there's three things that'll give you success. First thing that'll give you success is always believing in yourself. If you believe in yourself to the fullest, you cannot fail. There's no plan B. There's only one plan, plan A. Okay? So believe in yourself to the fullest and you will not fail. You're going to fall down a lot. There's a lot of obstacles that are going to get in the way, but you got to get up and you got to stand the fuck tall and you got to keep going forward. The second rule, you cannot give a fuck about what people think about you, because there's people around you at first be like, what the fuck is this guy on? I'm over here in school. I'm over here working 9-to-5 jobs. You know what I mean? But this guy's over doing some crazy shit. Like, what the fuck are you doing? You're gonna be a loser. You're not gonna do it. You're gonna keep fucking up. Like, dude, just stop. You're fucking crazy. Don't listen to him. Fuck him. He's a joke. Do your shit. Third key to success is never give up. Fuck it. Never give up. And stay consistent. If you just follow all four of what I just said, I swear to God, you're gonna be fine.
No matter what's going on in your life, it's not permanent. Everything is going to change. So there's two things you can do with change. You can react to it or you can participate in it. It's gonna change anyway. So if you keep waiting around, you're gonna have to react to the change. And now you behind. But if you participate in the change, if you know the job you have is not gonna last forever. I'm just telling you. COVID proved that already. Where you go to work at every day, that's gonna change. COVID proved that already. Your best laid plans has changed. So what you got to start doing is you got to start anticipating that it's going to change and just start living your life with the preparation for change.
Everything is hard before it's easy. And everything at the beginning is difficult, but later it becomes easy and automatic. You have to force yourself to discipline yourself at the beginning, but after that, it becomes easier and you actually feel happy. Now here's the most wonderful thing. An athlete runs in a race and comes in first. What do they call this person? The winner. Exactly. What it says is that when you win, when you come in as the winner, your body releases endorphins, which are called nature's happy drug. They make you happy. And dopamine. So when you complete a task, your body releases these drugs and you feel happy. So every time you start and complete a task, you feel like a winner. And when you feel like a winner, you want to do it again and have that winning feeling.
That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
Don't you give up on your dream. I don't care if you don't have the money, you don't have the help, and you don't have the family for it, and you don't have the background for it, and you don't have the friends for it. Don't you give up on your dream. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. Don't you do it. It may take you twice as long. You may have to take courses and classes. You might not read as fast. You might not move as quick. You might not have as much, but don't you quit.
The only thing we can do is take one day at a time. You know, it's all we can do. No one is perfect. Every day we strive to be perfectionists, but no one is perfect. I make mistakes. You know, I've said things that I shouldn't have said when I was younger. I've done things that I shouldn't have done when I was younger. I'm not perfect, but we live and we learn. And that's a part of growing.
Discipline is doing what you hate to do, but doing it like you love it.
I love that quote.
Yeah, and that's what you have to do to be the best.
Yeah.
But 80% of success in life and in business is psychology, meaning the mindset and the emotion. You can get the answers if you have the right mindset. 20%, and it's a very important 20%, is the strategy. The right strategy can save you 10 years. So I'm a strategist. But I always know I've got to make sure your psychology is strong enough first so that no matter what season we're in, you can do well.
You like to go to the gym every day? Of course no. It's not true. Nobody likes to go to the gym every day.
Why are so few people in shape? Because going to the gym and sticking to the gym is difficult. Maybe it's a tiny bit easier for some people that like it than others, but for most people, most of the time, it's really, really hard.
The process of discomfort is inevitable. You have to go through it. Most people have that initial feeling, that initial lack of self-belief, because they don't understand that they have to be humbled first in every aspect in order to grow. So you go to the gym, you feel like shit, that's a good thing. It just shows you that you need to improve. Most people go to the gym, feel like shit, never go back.
But you have to do it. Probably yes, because your mental strength is coming from that moments, that in a hard moments, you know you should do it. And I do it because after that, maybe in the beginning you feel hard to start, but after when you finish the gym or cold plunge or even the training, you will feel better.
When I wake up in the morning, I don't think, am I motivated to go do what I'm supposed to do? No, I don't think about it for 1 millisecond. When the alarm clock goes off, I have no thought about whether this is easy, whether this is hard, whether I want to do it, whether I don't want to do it. None of that matters. It's an emotionless, thoughtless discipline. When the alarm clock goes off, you get up, you get out of bed, and you go do what you're supposed to do. I don't care how it feels. I don't care if it's easy or hard. It doesn't even matter to me. It's just a reaction, it's a discipline, and it's life. And that's the way I choose to live my life.
Everybody says discipline is so important, but they never want to tell you why. I'll tell you why discipline is so important. It's the strongest form of self-love. It's ignoring something you want right now for something better later on. Discipline reveals the commitment you have to your dreams, especially on days where you don't want to. The future you is depending on the current you to keep the promises you made to yourself yesterday.
We did not come this far to just break down and lose now. I'm a winner.
I'm going to win. A lot of people can give up. It's easy to give up. It's the easiest thing in the world to do. All right, man, I'm done. It's very easy. But what's hard is going, yesterday I got nothing from working as hard as I could. Nothing happened from that. I'm gonna do the same thing again today, but I'm gonna try to go harder.
If you quit now, you're gonna fucking be a loser your entire life. That's it.
People give up right before they get what they've always wanted to get. People quit and they give up.
That's the hardest thing in the world. To get up every day and give 100% and be in the same position that you were each day, but mentally know that you're trying and trying and trying. That's a real grind.
You're a little better today than you were yesterday. Wake up tomorrow. Let's be better tomorrow than we were today. Don't think about this as a loss. You're going to learn.
I say every day that it is never too late to wake up and be the person you want to be. And you deserve that. And here's the truth on how you do that. You have to act like you believe in yourself before you believe in yourself.
I'm a winner. I will win. I will do anything to win. And I will show you how I win. And I will not stop until I win.
Train your mind. Train your mind. We go to the gym, lift weights, we run. But what are we doing to train our minds? How much time do you spend a day training your mind? Your mind is the single greatest tool that you've got. It's a supercomputer. You literally have a supercomputer between the 6 inches between your ears. What are we doing with it? What are you doing with it? Are you actively training your mind every single day? If not, start right now. Every single morning, do something that stretches your mind, expands your knowledge base, train your mind.
But one of the most important lessons in life that you should know is to remember to have an attitude of gratitude, of humility. Understand where the gift comes from. It's not mine. It's been given to me by the grace of God. Use what I have. Use what you have to help others. You know, on your last day, you can't take it with you.
Yes, that is true.
But you can leave it here.
It's an amazing thing about passion. If you love something, if you have a strong passion for something, you would go to the extreme to try to understand or try to get it. If you have to walk, you would go get it. If you have to beg someone, you would go get it.
Because real lions like to hunt. They love the process just as much as they love the prize. And some of y'all just want to score. You don't like the process. You're not in love with the process. A real man in the dark, when nobody's watching, he putting in work. A real man, when coach ain't even watching, he's studying film on his own. Because he loves the process. If you will be a champion, if you will be a beast, you're going to have to go through something. Ain't nobody going to hand you nothing. Ain't nobody going to hand you no championship. Ain't nobody going to hand you no title. Listen to him and say, be phenomenal. This is it. I want you to chant it out. This is it. Be phenomenal or be forgotten. 1, 2, 3.
Be phenomenal or be forgotten.
1, 2, 3.
Be phenomenal or be forgotten.
Last time. 1, 2, 3.
Be phenomenal.
The only way you improve your life is to know what you want and where you are, because you need a map. Right now, there's a gap. How many of you have a gap between where you are and where you want to be financially or physically or in your relationship? The gap will never close if all you do is focus on where you are and how bad it is. The gap will never close if you yourself about where you are and try to pretend it's better than it is. That's why, we want to see it as it is. The truth will set us what? Free. So we got to see where we are, but we also got to have a compelling future. Where do we want to go? And the more clear you are about what you really want and the details of what you want, the more easy it's going to be to achieve it.
If you think you're going to be a Hollywood actor, you go for it. You go 100% at that and don't let anything waver from where you're going. Your first option should be the highest of the high, and if you land any lower, then you change the goalposts a little bit. But the first thing is shoot as high as you can. And I think that is not told to especially the younger generation enough.
It's never the right time. And I think as a human, sometimes you feel like you always gotta wait for the right time, what makes sense to you to actually start executing, to actually stop making excuses, to doing the things that you always really wanted to do. And I'm guilty of that. I'm starting to find myself now being like, nah, there is no right time to do anything. You just gotta start doing.
It's a choice. You'll get through it. Wake up,
It's a choice to be happy. It's a choice to be sad. So come on, like buck up.
Right.
You got this. Move on. When a lot of times you just wake up blue and you don't have that choice, and it's not that easy. You just don't turn it on or turn it off. And I also realized as I went down the road, once I started to realize what it was, why I felt I didn't want to do anything, why I was emotional about things. And now I can tell, hey, it's your superpower. It's okay. Talk about it.
Right.
Be open. If you're feeling blue, if you're feeling fucked up, if you don't have the answers, even if you don't know why. Because a lot of times, sure, there's that thing that this thing happened, therefore I'm depressed. But a lot of times, people just wake up and the skies are gray.
Yep.
And you don't know what to do. And one of the most powerful things you can do is, number one, know you're not alone. Know that if you're experiencing it, there's a lot of other people out there experiencing it too, and talk about it.
You want to change your life today? Make a decision. Like, focus on what you want, focusing on instead of what you don't want, right? Focus on where you want to go instead of what you're afraid of. Now would be a good time for you to go after what you want, not wait another day. People don't do it because they go, I don't know where to start. Do whatever's next. Try anything. If it's wrong, try something else. That doesn't work. Try something else and you'll find it right now. Tell me how you're going to be closer to your dream at the end of these 6 months than if you don't take action versus if you take action today. Do not wait. Do something that commits you to follow through later on. That's how our life changes. Little steps and big steps. And the big ones move us faster. And they take courage. Courage doesn't mean you're not scared. It means you're scared, but you do it anyway.
The easiest thing in the world to do is to complain, blame, and quit and settle. That's the easiest thing in the world to do. But it takes real work to deconstruct and to reconstruct the thought process and the mindset of an individual when they're trying to change something. That's why I always say to people, what's more important, what we acquire or who we become?
Everybody deserves to eat. Not everybody deserves to eat at your table. Who you invest your time with and spend your time with, is it valuable? Or are you just wasting time? Wow. Don't waste your time. Time is the most valuable thing that you have. Every moment should be accounted for and you should feel great about. You learned something. If you're not learning, you're dying. What's your favorite quote?
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
What you're not changing, you're choosing.
You got something
That's kind of
you complaining about and you're not changing it. It could be your relationships, your body, your health, your job. You're choosing it.
Master the 3 W's. You got to want it, you got to work it, then you got to win it.
I know that's right.
Now, how bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you're going to work it. Then if you do those two, you're going to win. There you go.
The more you're able to let go, the farther you're going to proceed. It is essential. The more your willingness and your ability to let go, the more changes are going to come. It's just like this. For new things to come, old things must go.
And the hardest part about change is not making the same choice as you did the day before. And the moment you decide to make a different choice, you're going to feel uncomfortable because you're stepping from the known into the unknown. So some people would rather cling to their self-pity than take a chance and possibility. They'd rather tell the story of their past instead of telling the story of their future. They'd rather believe in their past instead of believe in their future.
Life is just one day. You're born in the one day, and you live in the one day. You die in the one day. Everything happening in the one day. Today is only your life. Yesterday is already dead. Too late. Tomorrow is not born. Too early. What you have is today. Today is the only life. Today is not a little part of life. Today is life. It's all. Yes. Therefore, we need to make joy or happy every day. Not next year. You don't say me, I want happy life. That's illusion. Don't say me, I just want to say, I want a happy day. Once you have a happy day, I think you have a happy life.
When you start small, you get these small victories that give you that momentum and give you that sort of
drive to move forward and go for the next challenge. But you can't expect to suddenly go, right, from now on, I'm going to be boundaried and assertive and strong and
Get an overnight hard ass.
yeah, right. It's just not going to happen. You have to do these things gradually and start with the easiest thing. Something that almost feels a bit silly, that's so easy. It's almost a bit kind of, really? Am I starting here? But then you get that little easy victory and then you move on to the next one, which is a little bit more difficult and so on.
For me, anger was good. The more I could create an enemy, the more I wanted to go out and kill those guys. Do they disrespect me at all? You know, and did that asshole say something? Like, those are little things that can get me right in the emotional frame of mind that when I ran on the field and I said, let's fucking go.
I'm just stubborn, man. I just never give up. There's no world where I ever would have quit. When I was 11, I just said, I'm going to be a YouTuber. I'm going to die trying. And I meant it. And so people hate it, but I'm just the most competitive, stubborn person you'll ever meet. And I just never give up.
Imagine if you could use pain as a fuel. Imagine if you could use the pain as a passport. Imagine if you could use the pain to push you, to condition you, to prepare you for the stages and the rooms you gotta walk into and the tables you gotta sit at and the stages you have to stand on. What if the pain could make you better? What if the pain could build muscle? What if the pain could cause you to reach higher, to leap farther, to run faster? What if the pain could help you? What if all pain isn't hurt, but it's help?
You've got to pay a price to be the best. The best pay a big price. You've got to work harder. You've got to commit more. You've got to take more responsibility. You've got to deal with more ups and downs. How much are you willing to suffer?
Get rich or die trying. Either I'm going to get rich or I'm going to die in the process. And then if I die in the process, I was doing what I wanted to do.
I went to sleep 3 a.m. I was back up at 6:30, excited. No excuses. My bad. Yo, shut the fuck up. Let's get to the money, man.
You say you want to get rich or you want to be successful. Do what you need to do to be successful.
It's grind season, homie. It's not about today. It's about the future. You do the work now. Do the work now. And all of the shit that you could ever want to do for your family, your kids, your loved ones, it's all going to be on a whole nother stratosphere.
Work, 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 work. No results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, 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 work. Work, 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 work. No results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, 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 work. No results, I'm a little bit better. Work. Boom, just got paid. I just got paid. And it looks like overnight success. Yeah. It's like, oh, shit.
Don't waste your life. Set your goals high. Quit thinking about what's wrong. Start thinking what's right. Love a little more, hate a little less. You have no idea what you're capable of doing. Make up your mind today, you're going to figure it out.
Being more driven by the process more than the actual ending goal. And then just try to be great or as great as you can. Be squeezing as much juice out of yourself as you can. And doing it because you're doing it for the love of the process and not what it brings, not what the sport brings you.
Great answer. And I was going to say, in the middle of it, like, the obvious answer is to win a championship.
Right,
but,
for sure.
But, like, the process is everything. I think it's so important for young players, in line with what you're saying, to realize process over outcome.
Yeah.
So many, whether you're a 7-year-old or 14-year-old or 25-year-old, sometimes we get carried with the outcome. Right. But it's a process that leads to an outcome. And if you start looking at the outcome, you lose sight of the process.
Absolutely.
So
Don't make excuses. Don't blame any other person or any other thing. Take ownership of everything in your world, the good and the bad. Take ownership of your mistakes, take ownership of your shortfalls, take ownership of your problems, and then take ownership of the solutions that will get those problems solved. Take ownership of your mission. Take ownership of your job, of your team, of your future, and take ownership of your life.
Be less impressed and more involved. And my father passing on, the world got flat. Things that I revered, wow, mortal things that I revered, people, places, all of a sudden, my eye got level. Things that I was patronizing and condescending and looking down my nose at rose up to eye level. And I was like, time to
become a man. Walk forward, peripheral vision. Get it. Own yourself. Walk forward with more courage and start becoming the man you want to be instead of acting like it, putting it off.
I promise you, if you put your mind to it and you work hard and you never give up and you do not listen to the rejection, you can achieve anything that life throws your way.
You want to see what a person's made out of? Put them under a pressure situation. If somebody puts you under a pressure situation, that means they believe in you. Do you believe in yourself? Pressure defines who you are and who you're not. But it also defines who you can become. That's what pressure does. It defines who you can become.
But before you can ever reach anything, you have to believe it. You don't just mistakenly become great at something. If you don't have the mindset that you're the best ever, you failed already.
There's no way that you've worked this hard that something amazing isn't going to happen. You have to keep going. You have to believe that this moment is preparing you for something amazing that hasn't happened yet.
I don't have time to be, oh, let me go chill at a party. I don't give a fuck about no party. Party? Making money is the party for me. My job is to get up every day and provide for the people that's counting on me. That's my fun. My fun is not based off, oh, I'm at a party wasting money on board. No. Putting my daughter through college is fun. Making sure my niece, pick what university you want to go to. That's fun. Nanny, don't worry about nothing, no bills. And Mom, don't worry about it. That's fun.
Rich people don't sleep 8 hours a day. That's a third of your life. It ain't but 24 hours in a day. You cannot be sleep 8 hours a day. You can't live in LA and wake up at 8 o'clock in the morning. It's 11 o'clock on the East Coast. The stock market been open 2 hours. They already making decisions about your life and your ass was asleep. The Bible says, he who loves to sleep and the folding of hands, poverty will set upon you like a thief in the night.
The truth is, you must keep going. I repeat, keep going. Why? Because you deserve to see what happens when all your hard work pays off. Keep going because you're stronger than you think. Keep going because each step forward brings you one step closer to your goals. Keep going because the best is yet to come. You need to understand, you can't win all the time. And unless you lose, you haven't even tried. And if you fail, at least you'll fail falling forwards. For you know, life is full of unexpected twists and turns. Things happen that you don't expect, that you could never have expected. So don't get too confident, even arrogant when you succeed, when you win and you're on a high. Equally important, you mustn't allow yourself to get down when you lose or fail. I mean, just remember, no matter how poorly you have performed, you're never hopeless. Keep going. Because the one thing you can be absolutely certain of is that the tables will turn. That's absolutely guaranteed. So in other words, if you're on a high, be humble. And if everything has gone wrong, be hopeful and keep going. Just remember, nothing ever stays the same. So the truth is, I repeat, you must keep going. The rewards will be there for you. Keep going.
Keep working. Keep striving. Never give up. Fall down 7 times. Get up 8. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. Ease is a greater threat to progress than hardship. So keep moving, keep growing, keep learning. See you at work.
Real self-confidence doesn't come from shouting affirmations in the mirror. Real self-confidence comes from giving the world irrefutable proof you are who you say you are.
Do it! Just do it! Don't let your dreams be dreams. Yesterday, you said tomorrow. So just do it! Make your dreams come true! Just do it! Some people dream of success while you're gonna wake up and work hard at it. Nothing is impossible. You should get to the point where anyone else would quit, and you're not gonna stop there. No, what are you waiting for? Do it! Just do it! Yes, you can! Just do it! If you're tired of starting over, stop giving up.
You can have what you want in 5 years, but there's 2 conditions. You have to know what it is, and you have to aim at it.
Most people walk around with no goals, no ambition. They don't know where they're going. It's like a ship with no destination. If you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there.
Figure out what you want. Write it down. Figure out what you could do to start moving towards that, okay? Do that with your family relationships. Do that with your friendships. Do that with your career. Do that with your education. Think about your misuse of alcohol and drugs and other things that might drag you down. You want to drink? Okay, what do you mean by that exactly? How often? How much is too much? How are you going to constrain that and why? Develop a vision.
Once you know where you want to go, then you direct your time, your energy, and your attention to the execution and the achievement of that goal. It's all about intention. But most people walk around in life thinking that life is just a big fat lottery. And it's just not that case. Those that live by the lottery of life most likely end up losing.
Everything I ever did, the thing that I heard out of people's mouth was, that's impossible. That can't be done. Or no. I remember when I wanted to be a bodybuilding champion, including my parents and everyone else around me, said this is impossible. You can't be a bodybuilding champion. And of course, I proved to the people that it can't be done. So whenever someone said to me, it can't be done, I heard it can be done. When they said no, I heard yes. And when they said it's impossible, I heard it is possible.
You know, right now the goal is just to focus on myself, you know, everything grows. I'm not worried about the mistakes that I made in the past or anything, you know. I'm in competition with myself. So I'm just getting better and better and better. That's it.
Nobody comes to your door and bangs on your door and gives you money. Believe me, you have to go out that bloody door and earn it. And working hard is definitely a talent, believe me. Forget the ability. To achieve in life, you need something extra inside you. A dynamo that says, I'm going somewhere. If when your manager, your coaches are hard on you, you know why? Because you need to develop your character that it never lets you down. Never lets you down. I knew when that team of mine went out in the field at Old Trafford, never let me down. No, we never win every game. Obviously, we never win every game. We'd love to have. We tried to. But you know something they never did? They never gave in. They never gave in. Their character didn't let them down. They just bang, bang, bang the door. They eventually broke down. They never gave in. It's a quality too.
Winners win and losers lose. I can't explain it any better than that. I don't know how it happens, but winners win. And if you create a culture of losing, if you keep being a victim, if you keep letting losing happen to you, if you keep letting people do you and treat you any kind of way, it's going to become a culture.
When you face fear, it leaves you. Face the thing you fear, and it'll leave you. That's really the secret of it. In fact, if you hold yourself back because of fear, your life actually comes to a stop, because nothing gets better than it is.
The past is gone. It's part of the life. And I'm always saying that the good things coming in a natural way. Football, life, opportunities, marriage, even in the worst moments, you have to make the things smooth, you know, because not only when you are in a good moment, that's not gonna come the bad moments. Try to find the balance for everything. In the good moments and in the bad moments, back to the basic points, the baseline.
Don't sink the ship right now. Just keep your head above water. Maintain. Just try and hold on.
And hopefully give yourself a chance to notice the magic, the mystical. I try to do that.
Yeah.
When it gets rough.
Because it's there. I do believe it's all around us all the time. Just are we on a frequency, and do we allow ourselves to receive it, see it?
The biggest advice I could give you right now, the biggest advice that anybody could give you, and this is not my words, Woody Allen told me this. I said, Woody, what's the secret to success? He said, 85 to 90% of life is just showing up. Show up. If you show up, there's a chance something could happen.
You got to have a plan. Everybody's got a dream. Everybody's got a goal. What's the plan? And your plan has got to have something I call the C5 complex. Your plan has got to be clear, concise, compelling, consistent, and committed. You've got to have a plan. And when you're trying to do something that you're truly passionate about, there is no plan B.
Your attitude, how you look at the world, will determine what you get in life. So if you're focusing on all the obstacles, if you're focusing on the government, if you're focusing on COVID, if you're focusing on this person didn't give me that thing, my parents didn't give me that thing, that's you creating your attitude. You're building it. It's like a crystallization process. This crystal starts getting bigger and bigger and bigger as each new crystal is added, and you crystallize this negative, defensive attitude towards life, and that's what you're going to get.
Rest at the end, not in the middle. And that's something I always live by. I'm not going to rest. I'm going to keep on pushing now. There are a lot of answers that I don't have. There are even questions that I don't have. But I'm just going to keep going. I'm just going to keep going, and I'll figure these things out as we go, right? And you just continue to build that way. So I try to live by that all the time.
It don't happen overnight. And there's going to be moments when it's really, really frustrating. And there's going to be moments when it's really, really inspiring and empowering. And if you get too high off the highs and too low off the lows, you know, you're gonna take yourself on a ride that's very, very uncomfortable. I think it's just about being committed to the work. You know, appreciating it, you know, when it's good and not stressing too bad when it's bad, just appreciating the work and staying focused on showing up every day.
So while you're hurting, keep going. If you're feeling pain, keep going. If your heart is beating, keep going. If your lungs are working, keep going. But don't you dare give up. Don't you quit. You hurt, you grow, you go. And from the bottom of my heart, keep it moving and conduct your business.
Don't never let anybody take your belief in yourself away from you because they hurt your side. Don't you never let nobody do that. Always believe in who you are. In the darkest moments, man. In the darkest moments, when you at that pain, when you at the bottom, know that you're gonna get back up. But you gotta believe that you're gonna get back up.
You want to reach your goal? How to reach the goal the quickest? Be focused with your energy. Meaning, be focused with the mind. Don't lose the goal from the mind. Whatever you do from the moment of waking up until the evening, whatever you do, keep the goal in the mind.
Develop a workaholic mentality. What does this mean? It means that you start a little earlier, you work a little harder, and you stay a little later. In our society today, you have all these people talking about take it easy, have balance in your life, relax, lean back, have fun at work, happy, get along with your coworkers. This is loser talk. Loser, loser, loser. Now, there's a time in your life when you can back off, all right? You can take it easy. But that's when you've made it, not before you've made it. Because before you've made it, you're in a competition with hundreds of thousands of millions of other people, like at the Olympics, who also want to make it. And in order for you to win, you are going to have to work harder and work better and work smarter than they do.
Work like hell. I mean, you just have to put in, 80 to 100 hour weeks every week. I mean, if other people are putting in 40-hour work weeks and you're putting in 100-hour work weeks, even if you're doing the same thing, you know that in 1 year you will achieve what they achieve. You will achieve in 4 months what it takes them a year.
Winners are unreasonable in their expectation. They almost threaten and scare the people around them with your big dreams and visions and goals and ambitions, right? So it's okay to be unreasonable. Winners also sacrifice their weekends. Winners ditch their excuses. Winners show up no matter what, no matter how they feel, if they're tired, if they're uncertain, if they had a loss yesterday, they show up today. And winners have this go to battle mindset, like the same mindset that I have when I go into the gym every day, planned and structured workout that's going to guarantee that I can wring my shirt out at the end of that workout. That is how I enter my work life. That is how I enter my relationships. That is how I enter everything, right? With a plan to attack, to go to battle. Winners always find a way because they embrace the fact that resourcefulness is more important than resources.
I laugh every time I hear people saying, I don't like working for other people, so,
You know, I want to work for myself because I want to set my own hours. Yeah, right. Let me tell you what, when you work for yourself, there's no Christmas, there's no fucking Easter. There's none of that shit when you work for yourself. In the early days, you're working through all those holidays. Every day something bad happens. Every day there's problems. Every day somebody's trying to fuck you and take what you've built. It's a war every day when you get up in the early days.
Whatever you want to do, believe it, believe it, believe it. Even if you don't believe, play the game of belief. Act as if you believe. That is power. That is sheer power. And it will happen. Believe you me. An old fool like me has worked in my life, will work in yours. So never give up. Believe, believe, believe.
The greatest gift that you can give yourself is to find something that you're naturally adept at and figure out a way to make a living at it. Because if you do that, every day will be a play day. You're never battling upstream. If you love what you do, why do you want to stop doing it?
You just gotta grind. This next generation that's coming up, they seem like a bunch of pussies to me. So because of that, there's never been more opportunity than there is right now. If you're a fucking savage and you get out there and you grind hard and you want it bad enough, you can run all these guys over, man.
Everything changed for me when I understood this philosophy. Learn to work harder on yourself than you do on your job. That's the simple philosophy that changed my life forever starting age 25. If you work hard on your job, you can make a living, which is fine. If you work hard on yourself, you can make a fortune, which is super fun. I didn't mind working hard on my job, but things didn't seem to change that much. Then I started working hard on myself to qualify. So let me put it in a philosophical phrase now. This is worth the price of whatever it costs for you to be here today. Here it is. Success is something you attract. Success is not something you pursue. It's something you attract by becoming attractive. And the whole scope of this we call now personal development. You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. If you can multiply your value by 3, by 5, you can easily multiply your income by 3, by 5, by 10. But the key to doing it is to work hard on yourself. Be responsible, be a growing, attractive, powerful, skillful, communicating human being, and the world belongs to you.
I don't have bad days, man. I may have a bad moment, maybe even a bad hour, but never a bad day. I don't. Because I set my own thermostat. Ain't nobody gonna get me hot but me. Master the 3 W's. You gotta want it, you gotta work it, and you gotta win it.
I know that's right.
Now, how bad do you want it? Because if you want it bad enough, you gonna work it. Then if you do those two, you're gonna win.
You see, the mind can only focus on one thing at a time. The mind cannot focus on 2 things at once. If you try and put 2 images in the mind at the same time, you have confusion. It'd be like putting 2 images on the screen at the same time. You'd have confusion.
There are 2 types of mindset. There is a fixed mindset and there is a growth mindset. And most people fail in that process because most people live in the fixed mindset. The fixed mindset is, this is who I am, this is what I know, this is what I'm capable of, this is what I'm good at, and this is where I'm going to stay. The growth mindset, it says, this is where I am now. This is what I'm good at now. But I recognize that if I go through a particular process, I can grow myself and become a better person. You need to learn to be uncomfortable. You need to be comfortable being uncomfortable. And you need to be in a space where you allow yourself to be challenged, but more importantly, in a space where you are willing to be uncomfortable and grow.
So how do you train your mind so that you have more positive, uplifting, and optimistic thoughts and less negative? Whatever the sources of that negative thought is, if you don't kill it and replace it with positive incantations, with positive reinforcement, with reading books that build you, listening to podcasts and watching YouTube shows that are going to inspire you, that are going to move you to the 2.0 version of yourself. If those negative thoughts are not replaced with positive thoughts, then you are destined to failure. Or at least success is going to come at a very high price.
Here's the thing about mindset. A mindset will not change the shitty situation you're in. A positive mindset changes you, which changes your ability to deal with the shitty situation that you're in.
Stop scaring yourself. How often do you terrorize yourself with your own thoughts? You get into absolute terror, and it's only coming from your thoughts. Nobody out there is doing a thing. Sometimes it's an old family pattern. Sometimes we get new things. You know, we find so many ways to scare ourselves. I would like people to, when you have time, to make a list of your fears. Make a list of your fears, and then give yourself the opportunity to turn each fear into a positive affirmation. Turn each one into something positive. And remember, always you are in charge. You are always in charge.
How do you activate the superconscious mind? Here is the most powerful of all. We call this the master method of activation. It is called solitude. Now, how do you use solitude? We call this go into the silence. Go and sit down quietly by yourself for 30 to 60 minutes. 30 to 60 minutes. Most people in our society have never sat quietly for 30 to 60 minutes in their entire lives. Yet I will tell you this method works 100% of the time. That any problem that you have, any difficulty, any challenge, any goal that you want to accomplish, if you'll go into the silence and sit quietly and then listen to the still small voice within, at a particular moment, the mind will go clear and wham, exactly the answer you need will come at exactly the right time.
You can protect yourself from negativity. And that's what stops most people, negative thoughts. The way you can put a coating around your mind is with one simple thing, gratitude. Gratitude erases negativity. I'm gonna show you how this works. If you wake up in the morning, you start having negative thoughts. Every time you feel, in the middle of the day, if you feel yourself doing that, stop, just stop for a second and start going over in your mind everything you have to be grateful for. Not everything you want, everything you already have, because what you have is substantial. But the fact that you can walk, that's a blessing. The fact that you woke up, that's another blessing. The fact that you can see, think, reason, that's another blessing. The fact that you have any measure of health, that's another blessing. And I'm just talking to you, I don't even know you. I could give you 50 things you ought to be grateful for right now. I don't even know you.
The fastest way to take control of your life is to stop controlling everyone around you. You have no idea how much time and energy and attention you are wasting trying to control other people.
Oh, I think worry will make you sick. I've never seen it accomplish anything. I've never seen worrying about anything change it. So I decided not to do it. If you can't do anything about it, why the hell worry about it? Every negative thought you have releases poison into your system and will kill you or give you cancer or tumors or whatever else you can think of. So if you're thinking negative about anything, erase that.
The more trust you have in your superconscious mind, the faster it works for you. And the more calm and confident you absolutely believe that something will show up. And the more you practice with it and the more confidence you have, the faster it works for you. Pretty soon it gets to the point where you can think a thing and realize it very, very quickly. I used to do this when I was first understood this, when long distance charges were very high back in the 80s, is I would visualize a person I needed to talk to on the other side of the country and they would phone me. And I could do this over and over again. Rather than me phoning them for 30 or 60 minutes, I'd visualize and they'd phone me. I just put it into the superconscious mind and I say, he or she will call by 11:30. By 11:30, the phone rings. And do this over and over again. And the more confidence you have that it will work, the more rapidly it works for you. It merely requires a step of faith, a mental step of faith.
The three things that's very important. He said, in order to make it in life, number one, you have to develop your mind, that you don't get in life what you want, you get in life what you are. Number two, you have to practice the principle of OQP, only quality people. You earn within $2,000 to $3,000 of your closest friends. People rub off on you. Academy Award winner Sidney Poitier said, when you go for a walk with someone, something happens. Either you adjust to their pace or they adjust to your pace. Whose pace have you adjusted to? But the other thing that he said that's most important, that's really important today, he said, develop your communication skills, because once you open your mouth, you begin to tell the world who you are.
If your happiness depends on the actions of others, you're at mercy of things that you can't control. Mm-hmm. And that's never where I want to be. So I always want to live in, like, me and my therapist talk about, like, my higher goddess, my higher self. Like, I always want to live there, knowing that when I'm there, you can't take that away from me. That's mine.
I think it's important to realize wherever focus goes, energy flows. It's corny, but it's true. In fact, maybe an easier way of saying it is we don't experience life. None of us do. We experience the life we focus on. So in any moment, what's wrong is always available. So it's not about being positive. It's about being intelligent.
You got to live intentionally. You've got to exceed expectations. And you've got to be consistent. If you can do those three things, you will lead yourself very well.
Working on yourself, talking to yourself. That's so very important. Overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue that's going on all the time, even when you don't want it to be there. You can't stop yourself right now from thinking. You can't do it. It's going on. And so learning how to empower yourself, part of doing that is standing up to yourself. You've got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up. I was going to give a presentation, and this voice inside of me saying, you can't do this. You don't have everything it takes. Shut up. I'm behind on my bills and you're telling me what I can't do. I have got to do it. You'll get scared sometimes. Your mind will go blank on you. Some people you will allow to unnerve you. And you wonder, what's wrong with me? I'm not crazy. That's why you've got to learn to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to stand up inside yourself. Working on yourself, watching that inner dialogue, it will determine the quality of your life.
One thing is certain. No one ever becomes very wise without the aid of self-discipline, and no one ever finds peace of mind and happiness without the strict exercise of self-discipline.
You know, we're not taught how to be happy. You know, we're not even taught. Our nervous system is designed to survive. You have to think about it. The brain that you and I have is about 2 million years old, roughly, and it hasn't altered a huge amount in that time. And the number one focus is survival. So our brains are always looking for what could go wrong, what could be messed up, what could cost us, what could we lose. And it used to be to protect us from a saber-toothed tiger, so we'd learn to fight or flight, run from it, or freeze and hope it didn't notice it. Those are the three patterns most people do under stress. They fight, they flight, or they freeze. And the problem is there is no saber-toothed tiger anymore. So today we get freaked out like life and death, like what do people think about us or what do they write about us on social media? And don't get me wrong, all those are challenging things, but they get into survival if we don't learn to run our brains. Our brain's gonna make you survive. It's not gonna make you happy. Your job is to create the happiness. In order to do that, you have to wake up and not be on automatic pilot.
People change in 4 different seasons. It's when they hurt enough they have to, when they see enough they're inspired to, when they learn enough that they want to, and when they receive enough that they're able to. Those are the 4 times that people change.
Short-term thinking says the donut tastes good, eat it. Short-term thinking says one workout doesn't matter, I can skip it. Short-term thinking encourages you to make short-term emotional decisions that hurt you in the long run. Think strategic, think long-term, act strategic. Take action that improves your long-term position and moves you toward your long-term goals. You need to win battles in order to win the war. You need to get out of bed, you need to run, you need to work out, you need to read and study and practice, and you need to do things that you don't necessarily want to do. You need to know your strategic goals, and you need to know why they are important, and then you need to get up, get out of your damn bed, get off your phone, get out of the soft and addictive comfort zone, and you need to go out there into the world and get after it.
Beliefs create and beliefs destroy. Please jot it down right in front of you in big letters that stands out for you. Every belief you have either creates or destroys. And the problem is most of us are not conscious of the beliefs that we have. A belief is nothing but a feeling of absolute certainty about what something means. When you're absolutely certain about what something means, you have a belief. You might believe you're really smart. You might feel, I'm not that smart. You might believe you're worthy or not worthy, but all you're really saying is, I feel certain about this. So we have to be so conscious about our beliefs because they literally change our life. Remember I said yesterday, we don't experience life. We experience the life we focus on.
The fixed mindset is, this is who I am. This is what I know. This is what I'm capable of. This is what I'm good at. And this is where I'm going to stay. The growth mindset says the following. It says, this is where I am now. This is what I'm good at now. But I recognize that if I go through a particular process, I can grow myself and become a better person.
Problems are a sign of life. I remember I met Norman Vincent Peale when he was 92 years old. He wrote the original, he's a minister, he wrote Power of Positive Thinking, and I was 32. He invited me up to Canada. He was doing a seminar, and my career was starting to take off, so I got a chance to go meet him. I went backstage with him, and I remember saying to him, I said, he said, call me Norman. I said, Norman, I said, I just curious. I said, why are you still doing seminars at 92? And he goes, well, there's still a few negative people out there. But okay, I got 60 more years of this going forward, right? But then I asked him, I said, when he started out, it was horse and buggy. He's seen rock, radio, television, cars. I mean, imagine what he saw in his lifetime in that century.
What do you really want? A lot of people have not been able to define that for themselves because you grew up wanting what other people wanted for you. And you get to be 40 or 50 years old and you're still operating on what other people wanted for you, and you haven't really defined it for yourself. And I know that because I would talk to thousands of women over a period of time, and multiple times I would ask the question, what do you want? And people would say, I want to be happy. And I would ask, well, what does that look like? Right. And for many women, and it started to change as we moved from the 80s to the 90s, they would always say, well, I just want my kids to be happy. Your kids being happy is not you. What do you want? What will it actually take to fulfill this thing that you say you're in pursuit of? And being able to answer that question, first of all, acknowledge that you know or don't know, and then finding out what that's going to look like for you.
My favorite lessons I learned was from a monk who said to me one day, I said to him, what do you think happiness is? And he said, I don't even talk about happiness. I think we're using the wrong word. He said, I look for peace and contentment. And he said, sometimes in your life, just pause for a moment and ask yourself, how many of the things you have now were the things that you wished for a decade ago? Just pause and do that. And he said, what you will be shocked to discover is the person that you cannot bear to have a conversation with today, that is your spouse, you dreamed one day that they would look your way in a bar. You dreamed and you yearned for the day that they would text you back. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
That car that you now loathe because it has to be serviced and you have to change the tires on and you have to... There was a time when you looked at it in a catalog and you went, that is my dream car.
Yeah.
Keep it right in your head. Keep your thoughts good, not bad. Keep your thoughts decent, not indecent. Keep your thoughts full of faith and not doubt, because it is in your thoughts that is determined whether you will be happy or unhappy, whether you'll be healthy or unhealthy. The happiest person is he who thinks the happiest, most interesting, finest thoughts. And that is a fact.
The mind is like a factory, a mental factory. And whatever you think about all day long pours ingredients into this mental factory. Can you imagine dumping a barrel of trash into this mental factory every day and coming out with a rich, dynamic, positive life? It can't be done. You decide what goes into your mental factory. Don't let anybody just dump anything they want to in your mental factory, because you've got to live with the results.
Get over yourself. Let me explain something to you. It's not about you. The first step in leadership is to get over yourself. The first step in connecting with people is to get over yourself. The first step in communicating is to get over yourself. I tell people all the time when they say, I want to be a great communicator. I said, number one, just get over yourself. Get over the day that you're more concerned about helping people than how you look. All of a sudden, good things begin to happen. It's the key to serving others. It's the key to influencing others. And by the way, the get over yourself is the Maxwell translation. Jesus said, if you want to be first, you have to be last. Yes, you do. And if you want to rule, you have to serve. You want to live, you have to die. He was just saying, get over yourself.
Thoughts create feelings. Feelings create your behaviors. And your behaviors create the outcome in your relationships, at work, with your money, whatever. The most important foundational thing to get right is how you think. And I am not a fan of positive thinking. I'm a fan of accurate thinking with a positive spin. And if you allow your mind to go to darkness, to go to negativity over and over and over again, you're building a pathway in your brain for negativity, which is why mental health is a daily practice. You need to practice accurate thinking with a positive spin over and over and over again. And your mind will slide down that slide easily, quickly, and your life will be so much better.
3 P's that you gotta annihilate, crush, or destroy if they're getting in the way of your progress in a relationship or your career or your happiness or your health. These are the 3 P's that make learned helplessness. Number 1, you think the problem is permanent. Once you've had enough disappointment, sometimes your brain doesn't want to get disappointed, so it's a permanent problem. Please write down, no problem is permanent, only your soul is permanent. Nothing's forever. Everything changes, everything eventually ends, and something new begins. That's part of life. Those are the seasons of life. The second P that keeps people in learned helplessness so they don't change, this belief's got to be annihilated, broken through, and that it's pervasive. That means that because my relationship's not great, my whole life is horrible. Then you're forgetting you do have health, or you do have friends, or you do have a job, or you do have whatever. I can breathe. And the third one is we think the problem is personal. There's something wrong with me. And if you start believing that, it becomes self-fulfilling. You give up. See, I'm not good enough. I'm not beautiful enough. I'm not smart enough. I always screw it up. So those 3 P's got to be destroyed.
That's why a lot of relationships don't work. We make her Wonder Woman and she makes us Superman, and neither one of us live up to it. And that we've got that bulb, that honeymoon bulb turned up to 100 watts, and the honeymoon's over. We're trying to deal with some real base stuff. Let's leave it at 20 watts. We're just lit, but we're not just feverishly superhuman. And I think a lot of us just purport that on someone else, and they can't live up to it. It ends up not being fair to them. And then they do the same to us, and we both walk away going, I underwhelmed.
We all want to be able to change the way we feel. That's what I spend my life showing people how to do. And what most people don't know is emotion is created by motion. The way you move determines the way you feel. You have 80 different muscles in your face, 80. For most people, this is the largest area of unemployment in the country. They use the face the same way. They feel the same emotions over and over and over again. So what I was saying is I have this deal with myself called priming. Every day I say, look, you got to have 10 minutes for yourself. If you don't have 10 minutes for yourself, you don't have a life. And I'm not going to hope I feel good. I just got back 6 countries in 12 days. I was in India 2 days ago.
Wow.
And I woke up here feeling like somebody ran me over with a truck.
But you got yourself psyched up.
But the way I did it is I do this process. And it's 10 minutes. I put some music on. I do this massive change in my breathing, so it radically changes the way I feel. And then I do this 3-step process. First, I do 3 minutes of gratitude, where I think of 3 things I'm really grateful for, and I associate. I don't think of it over there. I feel it. And the reason is, when you're grateful, you can't be worried. You can't be fearful. When you're grateful, you can't be angry. And anger and fear are what screw people up most in their relationships, in their life, in their business. So I wire myself. I was saying to you that most people want to be happy, but their habit is to be worried or pissed off or frustrated or stressed. And so they've got a highway to stress and they got a dirt road to happiness. So I wire myself. I've got a highway to gratitude, which changes all your emotions. And then I do a 3-minute process of kind of a prayer for my family and friends. And then I do a 3-minute process of the top 3 things I want to accomplish. I see it as done and I feel it. I'm done in 10 minutes. So sometimes I go 20, but my deal is 10, so there's no excuse not to do it.
Something happens no matter who you are, if you're average or if you're good. When you get around greatness and you stay around greatness, you start listening to great podcasts and reading great books, and you start hanging around great people, and you start becoming a part of great masterminds. Guys, you just evolve. And I don't know what happened, but every year I went from a high school dropout and homeless to I started to becoming every single day more of who I am. And I can't believe it. My next goal is to win the Nobel Prize. Why? I had to come up with something. Listen to me, you have to be careful when you hang around average people. All they're going to do is tell you what they can't do, and that's okay that they can't do it, but that has absolutely nothing to do with us. We can go from being homeless and high school dropouts to having PhDs, writing books, and becoming the voice of a generation. We can do whatever we believe we can do, and we don't need anybody's permission to do it but ours.
Leadership is not a rank. Leadership is not a position. Leadership is a decision. Leadership is a choice. It has nothing to do with your position in the organization. If you decide to look after the person to the left of you and look after the person to the right of you, you have become a leader.
When you really sit back at your life and you are in that dark room and you're looking at where you started from and you tell yourself, God, dog, man, my mom is this way, my soon-to-be stepdad got murdered, my dad beat the shit out of me. I can't read and write to save my soul. I've lied about it to everybody. I've cheated on all these tests. My God, man. And then you put a goal in your mind. How are you gonna feel, man, when you accomplish this goal coming from that coming from the hell you came from? A lot of people start from a good starting point. They have a good foundation. What if you can surpass all of these? What if everybody who was way up here started up here, and you started with no legs. You had to grow legs to even start walking, and then crawling, and then running, and then you start passing people and all this given to them. I had to use all this negative that was making me weak and horrible as a person. I had to use this as the power that now fueled me. I had to flip it on its head and say, hold up, this might be exactly what I need. The darkness is exactly what I need. It's how you look at your situation. And I was looking at it all f***ed up.
Don't rely on social media. Put it down, turn it off, shut up, be quiet, learn, read, relax, get better. First part of your life you learn, second part of your life you earn, third part of your life you return.
Can you be my therapist?
I already am.
I don't know what that dream is that you have. I don't care how far-fetched it might appear to be. I don't care how disappointing it might have been as you've been working toward that dream. But here's what I know, that dream that you're holding in your mind, that it's possible.
When it was hard, I used to wish it was easy. I didn't know. And then Mr. Schoaf gave me a part of his very unique philosophy when he said, don't wish it was easier, wish you were better.
The training never what? It never ends. It never stops. I've trained everybody. The training never stops. You don't build a muscle and work out one time and then expect 5 years from now you're going to have muscle. The only thing you can count on in an organization is entropy. Meaning all things in the world, they break down. The only way you stop entropy is by constantly rebuilding. You rebuild by constant training. That's why you got to prime yourself each day. Just 10 minutes. Prime yourself psychologically, mentally, emotionally, so you are ready for prime time, called your life.
I didn't give up. That's what I'm saying to everybody. We all go through pain. Some of us go through pain and it becomes our tombstone. Some of us go through pain and it's a scar. And we live a life of reward. So I'm just gonna say, again, 2025, do me a favor, check you. So you're in the ballot box and you're looking at all these options, doctor, lawyer, teacher, whatever you see, president, mayor, governor, do me a favor. Before you check off any of that, check you.
And there's two very simple parts to the let them theory. Part one, you're going to use whenever you feel yourself starting to get frustrated or stressed out or annoyed or worried about what somebody else is doing, feeling, or saying. Just say, let them. Let them say what they're going to say. Let them think what they're going to think. I'm going to stop trying to control them and just let them. And the second step is when you say, let me. And when you say, let me, you remind yourself that in life, there's only three things you can control. It's what you think, it's what you do or don't do, and it's how you process the feelings that are rising up. And when you say, let me, this is where you get your power back. Let me remind myself that my power is not in what other people are doing. My power is always in my response. And when you focus on your response, and particularly you focus on showing up in a way that makes you proud of yourself, you're now in control of your life.
Why would you not go for it? Why would you not take a chance? At one point in time, you got to take a chance on you.
What controls the quality of your life? What controls the quality of your life? Is it money? Can you have a lot of money and still have a horrible life? Yes or no? Yes or no? Is it relationships? Can you have someone who totally loves you and still be miserable? Yes or no? So there's only two things that control the quality of your life. Please jot them down. For the rest of your life, you want to remember. The quality of my life is controlled by two things, meaning and emotion. Meaning and emotion. The meaning you give to things controls the emotion that you feel. People come up with different meanings, and that produces different emotions, and those emotions make you make different decisions. When you're angry, you're going to decide differently than when you're playful or grateful or excited. So the secret to life is controlling meaning and emotion.
Here's the deal.
from now on, if it's something personal, call it a goal. For real, let's get the terminology right. If you want a car, we're gonna name that's a goal. Don't put your car in the same category as Martin Luther King when he said, I have a dream. Don't put that in the same category. That's a different category. If you're trying to build your business portfolio, that's a goal. When you use the word dream, now you are changing other people's lives. When Dr. Martin Luther King said, I have a dream, he already had a PhD. When he said, I have a dream, he was already a minister at Ebenezer Baptist Church. When he said, I have a dream, he already had a car. When he said, I have a dream, he already had a wife. When he said, I have a dream, he already had children. When he said, I have a dream, he had already won the Nobel Prize. When he said, I have a dream, he had already met with the president. When he said, I have a dream, he was already one of the most influential people on the planet. When he said, I have a dream, he wasn't talking about himself, he was talking about you and I. And so I want you to redefine, when you say money, you say goal. Say, I have a goal. I have a target. When you say I have a dream, that's beyond.
I was riding with a friend the other day, and I know this friend of mine who has been working on a job where she's been miserable for a long time. She was telling me about how she was miserable on the job and how she was so unhappy. So I said, if it's that stressful, and if it's causing you that much pain, I say, why don't you just quit and do something else? And she said something that really put her in the chorus line with a lot of other people. She said, I would, but. And then I started thinking about that. I said, let me take a poll. So I started talking to other people, and I would ask them what they were doing. And I said, but is that your passion? And they would say no. I said, then what's your real passion? And they would tell me what their real passion was. Then I said, well, then why aren't you doing what you really want to do? Oh, I can do it, but. And they would continue on. So this word, but just kept on coming up. And then it also has some friends like woulda and coulda and shoulda. And one day, I'm gonna have my own business. Those people who talk about one day I'm gonna. Some of y'all know some of those one day I'm gonna people. Raise your hand. Some of you get up in the morning and look in the mirror at that person. I just tease it, all right? So how is it that many times we block ourselves and we use these words almost like we're in a trance, like we're sleepwalking through life, that we find ways to cancel out our dreams? And I think that but is a dream killer. That a lot of things that we want to do, a lot of places we would like to go, a lot of things we would like to experience, and we just stop at but, and we build a case. In fact, I was reading something the other day that talked about but. It says, but is an argument for our limitations. And when we argue for our limitations, we get to keep them.
Broke people try to save money. Wealthy people stimulate the economy. I'm just being real. Broke people try to save money. I don't know what you think it's gonna do in your pocket. Pressed down, shaking together, not hiding. Not holding close. For real, y'all be quick to do the scripture, but then you don't want to do what it said. It said, press down, shaking together, bro. The same measure that you give, it shall be, and you don't want to give nobody a tip. My wife like, how you give him 20%? He ain't do nothing. I said, I ain't tipping because of what he did. I'm tipping because of what I want. I'm not tipping because of the service my man gave me. I'm tipping because of the return I want. Matter of fact, if he was whack, give him 25% so we can get more. God like, oh, you just hooked him up. He didn't even deserve a tip, but I saw y'all, you got a good heart, son.
You have the power to do more than you can ever begin to imagine. Don't underestimate yourself. You don't know enough about yourself to become a cynic. And so you've got to challenge yourself to access that power that you have within you. You're more than a conqueror.
See, you can do anything. You can get up any hour, read any book, take any class, make any change, develop any skill, do any discipline. I mean, you can do it all. When this how and the why, or when the why starts to grow, the how gets simple.
People think they want to get rich by doing this big hit. Look at all the actors, all the athletes, all the movie stars that you've seen that made more money than God and now they're bankrupt because they made money and income working, but they never figured out how to make money work for them while they slept. They never made money their slave. So if you look at like 50 Cent, he made $100 million on vitamin water. If someone gave him a tip and he went bankrupt. Or right now, I don't know if it's really gonna happen, but the newspapers are speculating now, Johnny Depp is going through this divorce. He made $750 million, $750 million, and they're saying he may go bankrupt now because he's gonna have to give up half in his cash position, and he spends $30,000 a month on wine, and he took Hunter Thompson, the reporter, and burned his body and paid $3 million to blow his ashes into the atmosphere. So you can mess up no matter what you do, or you can take a small amount of money and just consistently invest it, and you'll get where you want to be financially.
You need to be clear what it is you really want. I always tell people, know not only what you want, but why you want it. I know this is simplistic, but most people just don't do the blocking and tackling of their life. The one we were talking to earlier, a great lady, and you could just see she wants to have a new business, but she never sat down to even put a plan together and says, why aren't I taking action? Well, when you're not sure what you're gonna do, you're gonna hesitate. And hesitation kills momentum. And momentum is what makes a sports team win. It's what makes an athlete, a business person win. When you get momentum, it's like takes enormous energy to get a rocket out of our gravitational pull of the earth. But out of the solar system's easy. Once it has momentum, it takes less fuel, less energy. Starting a relationship, starting a business, changing your body, it takes so much in the beginning. But once you get going, it's actually really easy.
We live in a world now that's so kind. We find the kind way around everything. Like, if you don't look good, I have to find a kind way of saying, I don't like your shirt.
Right.
That's not the approach. If that's the approach you're looking for, that book is not for you. Can't Hurt Me is not for you. The approach you have to take, at least I took, you take whatever approach you want. The conversation had to be a real, honest conversation. In the accountability mirror, guess what? I was fat. Don't find a kind word to say that, you know what, I've gained some weight. No, you're fat. When I couldn't read, not like, hey, you have a learning disability. No, I cannot read. I have a 4th grade reading level, I'm struggling, and sometimes I call myself stupid. Not in a way to put myself down. So don't take it like, my God, those are so hurtful. Yeah, they're hurtful, dishonest. The conversation has to become an honest conversation of where you're at mentally. Where am I at mentally? I look like I feel like I'm falling behind in school. I'm lazy. My house is a mess. You have to look at what it is and call it what it is. Don't find words to make yourself feel better, because so we hang around people that make us feel better, that tell us what we want to hear, not what we need to hear. And so we stay away from those people. And we stay away from those people, like our internal dialogue becomes that kind, it's okay, it's not okay. So that's where it starts. It starts with that accountability of, it's not okay anymore. This can no longer be okay. And calling yourself out for exactly what you are and exactly how you need to fix it.
Things I have realized, and many of us have, that if you want something out of life, if you want to change yourself, if you want to acquire something, if there's some goal that you want to reach, that is really not easy as some people will make us feel. That living your dream, changing your behaviors, overcoming negative habits, it's challenging. It's hard. That living alone is just very difficult. And once we begin to come to grips with the fact that living is difficult, life is very challenging. I heard a song once by a guy named Dimples called, "If it ain't one thing, it's another." I say to you, if it ain't one thing, it's 12 others. Always something. You will never ever have a problem-free moment in life. Somebody said, and I like this, that you either in a problem or just left one or headed toward one. Anybody found that to be so? Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. I mean, there's always something. So how do we begin to nurture that hunger? What are the characteristics or the qualities of people that are hungry? What will it take for me to get some of the things that I want? And being hungry for those things. Number one, you've got to work on yourself. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending.
The number one thing that's going to change your life, the only thing that will change your life, change your business, change your money, change your relationship, is you must raise your standard. Now, I know that sounds boring, stupid, basic, but it's the truth. The only thing that changes our life long term is when we raise our standards. What does that mean? That sounds so boring and dumb. It means that all of us in life have things we want. We don't get what we want, we get what we have to have. Remember I said earlier, we all get what we tolerate in ourselves and other people. But when you're no longer willing to tolerate something, that's when your life changes. The difference in people is their standards, period. The difference in people is their standards, period. And what do I mean by standards? Everyone in the world has a list of things they think they should do. I should lose weight. I should work out. I should spend more time with my kids. I should work harder. I should make more calls. I should. And then you know what? People don't do their shoulds and they get mad at themselves and they what I call should all over. What's it called? What's it called? Outstanding, magnificent, unstoppable, extraordinary, not excellent. It's a different level. It's a level where you are not one of the best, you are the best. And you know what's amazing? You only have to be 2 millimeters more than everybody else and you get everything. You get the joy, the laughter, the fun, the family, the passion, the economics, the freedom, the spirit. It's all there. What Jerry Maguire called the Quan, baby. All of it. And it's just 2 millimeters above, and most excellent people give up because they're exhausted. And there's some people who go, the harder I hit it, the more I hit it, sooner or later it's going down, I'm not stopping. And when you do that enough, it pops open.
How many of you ever decided not to do something based upon an assumption? Raise your hands, please. And so that's why it's important for us to be strategic and experiential and being able to tell the story to distract them from their current story, distract, dispute, break down the limited belief system, and inspire them to say yes to a new opportunity in their lives. And so as a result, I didn't do what I'm doing now because I had such a tremendous inferiority complex because of my lack of college education. I stopped myself. There's an African proverb that says there's no enemy within, the enemy outside can do us no harm. And so as you look at yourself, as you look at your goals, and look at your dreams, it's very important that you take time every day and write this down to retrain your thinking. You got to retrain your thinking. Because how we live our lives is a result of the story that we bought into.
You know what's so funny? Before the beginning even begins. And what that means is I know that to get to the very end, I can see it right now. So before I went to Buds and I was losing all this weight and shit, I saw myself walking across the stage at 191 pounds, because that's what I had to get to get into the door. I saw myself 6 months, a year later, whatever's gonna take me to do it, I saw myself walking across that stage, getting that certificate of graduation from Buds. And I was able to be there at 300 pounds. And that feeling that I was nowhere near that feeling, I was able to put myself there 1,000,000 times every day. And that feeling of like, my God, that is going to feel amazing. That's what made me suffer. That's what allowed the pain to be real and say, this is worth it. I want to feel for this next 18 months. It took me 18 months to finally become a Navy SEAL, to finally, just get through Buds. 18 months, it's 6 months. It took me 18. That's what woke me up every morning was, I'm gonna put myself through this much pain and suffering for a few seconds. That's all it is. A few seconds of joy. And it's so worth it, man. That's what people don't get. So I'm able to put myself at the finish line, even though I have no finish line, but at the finish line of an event before I even start the and say, how are you gonna feel at the end of this? Visualizing is my biggest tool of life. That's why I've been able to put myself in cold water, put myself in a 100-mile race millions of times before I've done it. And I'm able to go through the race and see how I'm going to feel at mile 50, almost to the exact feeling.
Right, so when it comes up, it's no surprise.
It's no surprise. I've already done this a million times.
If you stay in your comfort zone, that's where you will fail. You will fail in your comfort zone. Success is not a comfortable procedure. It is a very uncomfortable thing to attempt. So you got to get comfortable being uncomfortable if you ever want to be successful.
Path of least resistance never makes you happy. It's like, you have to push yourself. Self-esteem, esteem for yourself is earned by you doing something difficult for you. When you do something that's incredibly hard and you push through it, your brain starts to have inner pride, not fake ego. Most people have a belief about what their real potential is no matter what you tell them. And that affects how much action they take. And of course that affects the result. And then ironically, that result reinforces their belief. And then that belief affects it. So I'll give you an example. Let's say a person has unlimited potential, we all agree. But they take little action, little results. Why? Because they have to start with a problem with their belief. They don't believe it's really going to happen for me. Maybe for Frank Kearns because he's got the cool hair and stuff, or maybe it's for you because you're so driven, but it's not me. Maybe Tony Robbins because he's a freak, got these big teeth. Whatever their thought process is, right? They got this thing, right? But what happens is, if you believe that there's very little potential, how much action are you going to take? Nothing, little. And when you take little potential with a little action, what kind of results do you get? Lousy little results. And when you get little results, what does that do to your belief? You go, see, I told you this was a waste of time, told you this wouldn't work. And then what happens? You tap even less potential. You take even less action. You get even worse results, and your belief gets even weaker. And this sucker feeds on itself until you are in a downward spiral. It's poisonous. It's poisonous and it's self-fulfilling. Now, what if something could happen that could come along and fill you with a sense of absolute certainty? Not like I believe, but where you know. In you guys' case, mine as well, we knew because we had to, because we burned the boats. There was no other option. We had to find a way. We weren't going to live that way. We all did it in different ways and for different reasons, but in essence, that was it. If you get yourself in a state of certainty that this is going to work, I'm going to find the way, and if this doesn't work, I will make the way, then you tap a lot more potential. And when you're certain in your potential, you take massive action. When you take massive action, you really believe in something, you get great results. When you get great results, your brain goes, see, I told you I was a stud. I told you this thing would work out. Now you're even stronger. You tap more potential, take greater action, greater results. That's how you went from $300 in a week to $2,500 in 5 days to $100,000 in a month to $1 million in a day. Same thing with you. And we get momentum. That's why the rich get richer and the poor get poorer. Now, some people go out and they go, well, I'm going to take a bunch of action, all right? I'm going to open this product, I'm going to try it. And they'll say to you, I even did it. But it's like a salesman who goes and knocks on the door, and he knocks on 100 doors and says, you don't want one of these, do you? Yeah, exactly right. And even if he doesn't say it verbally, his face says it because he doesn't believe it's going to work. So his voice, his body, the execution is so weak. Maybe if he talks to 100 people, somebody's going to buy out of pity. They don't want his kids to starve, right? But he's not going to get the result. So the core difference in people is, how do you produce certainty when the world isn't giving it to you? You go out and you try. In your case, you're $100,000 in debt, nothing's working. How do you keep yourself going? The way you did it, the way I did it, the way you're doing it, we may not have done it consciously, is we didn't change our potential. That was there. And it wasn't even taking more action. Taking more action with a belief it's not going to work, it's not going to change anything. We got results in our head that made us feel certain as if it had already happened. So you have to say, here's where I am, here's where I want to be, and you have to be honest. It's not where I want to be. It's uncomfortable. But then the second part is you got to uncover, face the truth, what has gotten in the way in the past. And there's only 5 things usually. Fear of failure, fear of success, fear of unknown, fear of not looking good, fear of all those things. Or 2, a limiting belief, like, I've tried everything. Once you believe that, you don't even try anything anymore. Someone trying to lose weight, that's the common one they'll say, because they've tried a bunch of things that didn't work. Or all the good ones are gone, Right. All right. Or they're gay and I'm not, or I'm gay and they're not, or whatever the story is. There's a story, a belief system that limits them, and so it keeps them from maximizing their ability. Third thing that could have gotten in the way, some other emotion, overwhelm, stress, anger, resentment. Those things just shut down your progress.
What do you think is the greatest human skill? Not habit, but mindset and skill.
That's a great question. I don't know if I got what the greatest, there's so many. It depends on what you want out of your life, right?
Yeah.
But I think the ability to manage your own mind and emotions is probably one of the single most important. And maybe the second is the ability to influence others, because that's what makes you a leader.
You have to sacrifice your lower self to your higher self in order for you to proceed in a healthy manner, to be resilient, but also for you to participate in the covenant that would make for a united society.
Somebody said, and I like this, that you either in a problem or just left one or headed toward one. Anybody found that to be so? Raise your hand if you know what I'm talking about. I mean, there's always something. So how do we begin to nurture that hunger? What are the characteristics or the qualities of people that are hungry? What will it take for me to get some of the things that I want? And being hungry for those things. Number one, you've got to work on yourself. It's very important that you engage in an ongoing process to develop you. Spend more time on yourself than what you've been spending. It's very important. You owe that to yourself. I was reading a book by Og Mandino called The University of Success. Read one line, gave me a chill. I didn't have to read anything else in the book. He said, many of us never realize our greatness because we become sidetracked by secondary activity. We spread ourselves too thin, don't know how to say no. And we find ourselves doing all kinds of things and never ever have time to do those things that we need to do to work on ourselves. And then there goes a second. There goes another second. There goes another second. And we can't stop and hold time. And before you know it, you wake up one day and you're behind in your dreams and your bills. So decide that you're going to take some time to work on you, that you deserve that from yourself, that your life deserves some prime time, because you are creating your own production. As Michael Todd would say, you are the star of your show. You are the director. You're writing the script. And you will determine whether your life is a smash office hit or flop. You determine that. Working on yourself, talking to yourself. That's so very important. Overcoming the negative conversation, that inner dialogue that's going on all the time, even when you don't want it to be there. You can't stop yourself right now from thinking. You can't do it. It's going on. And so learning how to empower yourself, part of doing that is standing up to yourself. You've got to stand up inside yourself sometimes and say, shut up. You've got to do this. I was going to give a presentation, and this voice inside of me saying, you can't do this. You don't have everything it takes. Shut up. I'm behind on my bills, and you're telling me what I can't do. I have got to do it. You'll get scared sometimes. Your mind will go blank on you. Some people you will allow to unnerve you, and you wonder, what's wrong with me? I'm not crazy. That's why you've got to learn to make a conscious, deliberate, determined effort to stand up inside yourself. Working on yourself, watching that inner dialogue, it will determine the quality of your life. I don't believe this. I know this. I've had a challenge of losing weight. I'm walking through the airport, this voice say, why don't you have some M&M peanuts? No! Well, just one. Then after you eat that, you might as well have a Snicker now, you sucker. I mean, it's challenging. My mother fixed a kind of sweet potato pie you can't eat with your shoes on. Have to take your shoes off so you can wiggle your toes. It sticks on my fingers. It says, eat it. One little bite won't hurt.
We can't ever get rid of shame. What we can do is develop resilience to shame. If something happens and you're overwhelmed with shame, the first thing you need to do is get back on your emotional feet. Don't talk, text, or type to anyone. Get into a dark, quiet place and then talk to yourself like you talk to someone you love. Just be like, dude, it's okay. Like, you screwed this up. You're gonna have to circle back and clean that stuff up. Then reach out and talk to someone about what you're feeling. Shame cannot survive being spoken. So when it happens, that warm wash that makes you feel small and not enough, when that washes over me, rather than yelling at my kids or just decimating myself with hateful language, now when it washes over me, I'm like, okay, I'm in shame. Don't talk, text, or type. What happened?
Failure is part of life. I mean, The difference for me, though, is I look at failure as a stepping stone to success. It's a speed bump. I know I'm going to fail, but it's not failure if you learn something. And so, gosh, I've made so many mistakes. I've screwed so many things up, but every time I do, it just becomes a way for me to explain to someone else what it takes. You know, it's like, here's what I've done. I think I have the ability to influence people because I talk about my failures. I talk about all the things that messed me up, but I show people that I didn't let it stop me, and you don't let it stop you. And I think that's really the secret in that area.
And if everything you touch was successful, you probably won't be able to relate to people as much.
No, you won't be able to relate, and also it's be total bullshit, and everyone knows it's bullshit. And also you'd be bored silly. Right. I mean, think about it. If you just said, I want this and it happen, I want this and it happen, you know, people don't value what they don't fight for. You know, it's like you see kids sometimes in it, you know, your parents will say, you're not going to value this if you don't work for it. And your kid going, I'll value it, just give it to me, right? But it's true. Yeah. You know, the things we've worked the hardest for, we value the most. So I think, you know, the purpose of a goal is not getting it anyway. The purpose of a goal, you know, is who you become. Who you become is going to make you happier. It's going to make you sad. Yeah. So I'm not looking for an effortless approach. There's no such thing.
I want you to look at something right now. Think of some major goal you want, or maybe it's one you're already working on, and you have experienced a lot of setbacks, a lot of defeats. You've experienced a lot of disappointment. Maybe you've already given up. And maybe you just need a little fire, a little encouragement to get back in the game again. Here's what I want you to look at. There are winners, and there are losers, and there are people who have not discovered how to win. And all they need is some coaching. All they need is some help and assistance, just a little support. All they need is some insight or a different strategy, a plan of action to make some adjustments that will open up the key to a whole new future for them, that will give them access to the unlimited power that they have within themselves. That's all that they need. So what I want you to do is think about something you want for you, that's real for you, that's important for you, that will give your life some special meaning and power. And I don't even want you to say, I can do that. I don't want you to assume that. See, 5 years ago when I started out in this area, I would not have been able to make the mental leap that I would be up to where I am right now. I don't want you to begin to just psych yourself out. No. I want you to be able to say something to yourself that will enable you to maintain a level of integrity with yourself. That when you say this, even when you face tremendous setbacks, it will be a benchmark to keep you in the game, to keep you moving forward and experimenting and readjusting your strategy and your plan of action, continuously looking for ways to win. So what is that something? When you got an idea you want to move on, you might not have the money, you might not have the education, you might not have the support or the resources you need. What is that something that can keep us going, that will enable us to act on our dream? What's one of those keys that will begin to help us to discover the secrets to our dream?
Wow, so your brain doesn't really know the difference between, say that again?
Between something that happened in real life or something that you strongly visualize.
Wow, it's the same reason why when we watch a movie or something, we're able to get lost in it.
Yeah.
We're able to believe in it because wow, so you could create enough of a visualization for yourself if you really were to powerfully start to focus on it and do that and build that ability to visualize something that your brain at one point would have to think it's so true that the world would meet you and put it into your life.
I love the way you put that.
Wow.
You see, the most magnetic thing in this world is to rest fully in your own energy. When you stop trying to become and simply allow yourself to be, your frequency aligns with the universe itself. Because how you see yourself is how the universe experiences you.
You are creators.
Every human being is a creator.
As you think, so shall you be.
I believe we're creators, and I believe we create with every thought and every word.
We really do paint our world with our thoughts.
You can almost create your entire world. Not almost, you actually can. Yes. You can.
But we can all do it, as we don't realize the power we have.
If you can see it, you can do it.
Own who you are, because then your creative abilities will come forth.
That's what we are. We are creators. We are manifestors.
What do you want to do in your life? Where do you want to go? What do you want to make happen? What do you want to make happen for between now and the end of the year? Think about it for a moment. Don't think of why you can't. Doesn't matter how much money you've got. Doesn't matter how much help you've got. Build a vision of what you would like to accomplish between now and the end of the year. And then make a written description of that vision. Paint the picture with words. You can go either way with this. You can start writing the picture and it'll come on the screen of your mind, or build a picture and then paint it with words. Vision. Vision is going to direct your life if you let it. Use it constructively. See what you want. Don't spend any time thinking of what you don't want. When you get a picture in here, make it big, make it beautiful. You'll be glad you did.
The only thing you need to know to understand the deepest metaphysical secrets is this: that for every outside, there is an inside, and for every inside, there is an outside. And although they are different, they go together.
You can only attract according to the frequency that you're operating on. Attraction is a secondary law. The primary law is the law of vibration. That's a primary law of the universe. The law of vibration decrees everything moves, nothing rests. Well, when you think, you put you onto a frequency. You can only attract what's on that frequency. You think about a person a lot. Just concentrate on that person will phone you, or you'll bump into them on the street. The law of attraction takes over. You can attract to you what you're in harmony with. But when you set goals, you got to see yourself already there. That's called a mindset. They set their mind on the frequency that they have to be in to attract what they have to attract. And that's how the goal moves into form. The only problem is you don't have it on a physical plane yet, but it will manifest in time.
The perfect man employs his mind as a mirror. It grasps nothing, it refuses nothing, it receives but does not keep. And another poem says of wild geese flying over a lake: the wild geese do not intend to cast their reflection, and the water has no mind to retain their image. But to have no hang-up, that is to say, to be able to drift like a cloud and flow like water, seeing that all life is a magnificent illusion, a playing of energy, and there is absolutely nothing fundamentally to be afraid of.
Every morning when you wake up, visualize and feel exactly what it is that you want in life. You don't have to worry about how it happens. You just have to focus all of your energy on feeling as if it already happened. And if you can do that, then the right circumstances, the right people, the right opportunities will show up to get you the vision that you have for your life. Because in truth, it really isn't the universe. It is you in verse. In other words, it's everything that you think and feel inside of yourself about life is what you are calling in to your reality. You're the one creating your reality.
Do you know why most people never manifest what they want? Because they're waiting, as if the universe owes them something just for wanting it. But the universe doesn't respond to waiting. It responds to movement. You see, manifestation is a dance, and it takes two to tango. The moment you begin, the universe begins with you, not before. You are the catalyst, the initiator, the one who must step into the unknown first. No one is coming to save you, because you were never meant to be saved. You were meant to awaken. So make the move, and watch how reality bends to meet your stride.
The universe only gives us what we think we're worthy of receiving. So then people who show up for themselves every day, they start feeling pretty damn worthy. Like, hey, they're like, I'm worthy for this. Not like in an entitlement way, like something. They just like, I feel like it's gonna happen. I'm worthy for it.
You're not ready for what you want until you believe you can get it. All things are possible if you believe.
And you get it when you believe it. You get it when you believe you have it. And that's the key. It's like people still, they sit around going, when's it going to come? 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 And that's the wrong way. You have to go. It's here. It's here.
Before you go to sleep every night, visualize yourself being, doing, and having the good which you desire.
And whatever idea you lift up before you go to sleep, that idea is impressed upon the subconscious and it draws that to you. You'll wake up in the morning and the right ideas will just be clicking in your head. You'll meet the right people for the right purposes at the right time. You'll meet strangers, but they'll be right for your right purpose. People will do things for you and they won't even know why. Always visualize just before going to sleep. That's the one most important time, if there is a one most important time.
Every time you say, I am not, I cannot, I have not, you are, whether knowingly or unknowingly, throttling that great presence within you. Every single time that you use the words, I am, you are citing the name of God. You must be conscious of how you use these words. I am strong. I am well. I am content. Putting the words I am in front of something into your mind and imagination is a very powerful way to attract into your life.
Gratitude is one of the most strongest forms of power in attracting good things. You know, if you truly feel grateful for the things in your life, I always felt grateful for even the small things. I always used to celebrate the small things. Now I might be celebrating the bigger things, but I always celebrate every little good thing that would happen to me in my life. Even before I had any kind of money or any of that, I would celebrate and I would feel grateful for it, and it just gave me more.
The law of attraction says this. It says that whatever you think about, focus on, fantasize about, worry about, talk about, attend to, watch on TV, listen to on the radio, you're going to create more of in your life, especially those things you feel intense feelings about. So when you're talking about how bad it is and you're not feeling good about it, and you're really upset about it, and you're down in the bar, you know, talking about how terrible life is, what I call the Ain't It Awful Club. You know, people go there after work to the Ain't It Awful Club and complain about how miserable their life is. And when you do that, what happens is you actually create more of that because you're sending out a vibration. And that vibration is your thoughts and your feelings that are the result of those thoughts. And so we have to become conscious of our thoughts. We have to become conscious of our feelings. We have to become deliberate thinkers, deliberate creators.
If a person would sit down and let their body relax, totally relax, okay, and then start to visualize in their mind, see themselves the way they want to see themselves. See how you'd like to live your life. See yourself living it that way. Take that picture and describe it. Write it out in the present tense. I am so happy now that I see myself, and write it out. Start to read it and read it and read it and read it every day. Carry it around and keep reading it. The one point that all the great teachers all down through history have all agreed on, they've been in complete unanimous agreement on it, we become what we think about. A lot of people will laugh at this and say, that doesn't make any sense. Now, it may be fantasy at first, it might even appear to us as being a lie. Mm-hmm. But if you read it often enough, you'll start to believe it.
So our thoughts control our actions?
Our thoughts control our feelings.
Okay.
Our feelings control our actions.
When you see things get bad and they say it must be God's will, that's an expression of ignorance. God's will is always for expansion and full expression. Greater ways, greater things. That is God's will for you, for me, for everyone else. Never for hard times. Abundance is our birthright. We've been conned, folks.
Start working for yourself. Sky's the limit.
What is the one thing that people who made $1 million that they did that I guarantee you are not doing? It is called work. They worked 12 to 14 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week on making money. They had an obsession with making money. That's all they thought about. They had singular focus. They had singleness of purpose. And I guarantee you don't do that because you want to live a balanced life. Well, I'm sorry, but people who succeed in life don't live a balanced life. It is a fantasy. It is a myth. If you say, I want to live a balanced life and make millions, welcome to Fantasy Island.
Is there any better feeling than being locked in? No. Like when you are locked in and you are, you know, you're taking and you're in a rhythm and you every day you're knocking it down. You never miss a step. Like
You go to bed feeling great, you wake up feeling inspired, you go in the gym with energy, right? Like, that's the best way to live it.
But I promise you, bro, you have so much potential. If you literally just took it and put it in one place, you could literally change your life.
Truly believe that if you put your 100% effort into something, then you can't lose. God knows if you deserve the results, and if you truly try, you truly commit yourself 100% to something, I don't see how you can fail it. But I don't think you can. That I completely refuse. You can't fail at it.
You said you were going to do it this year, but you didn't. So what's going to be different about this year? What kind of person are you going to actually become in order to achieve what the you want to achieve?
It is easier to make money than ever before. You can make more money faster today than ever before in history. Why aren't more people making money? Wealthy people show initiative. Broke people don't.
The faster you are, the more money you will make. Your bank account is actually a reflection of how fast you move. I was sitting with one of my mentors, Bill Perkins. I asked him, Bill, you're worth a lot of money. You've made hundreds of millions of dollars. Why do you think you've been so successful? And he kind of looked at me and he thought for a second. And he said, I move really fast. By the time somebody else has thought about an idea, taken it to investment committee, I've already started, made 3 mistakes, and found a better way.
Now, y'all look money hungry, and that's good. Anybody tells you money's the root of all evil doesn't have any.
A broke person thinks that there's a limit to opportunity and a limit to the amount of money out there, that there's a finite resource of money. They think, I just don't have opportunities. I've missed the opportunities. There's this limiting belief around money that poor or broke people have. Rich people, on the other hand, understand this, that money is a renewable resource, which means if they lose all their money today, it's no problem. They can create more. Do you understand this? Do you think that you can create as much money as you want? You don't, do you?
Working jobs we hate, so we can buy shit we don't need.
When you really want something, just in my life experience and seeing other people, seeing myself, seeing other people that like made stuff happen, it's like, man, when you really want something, you gonna find a way, ultimately.
Every single day is about winning that battle against yourself.
And it might not be today or next year or 5 years or 10 years, but this thing takes priority and precedent over all other things.
You have to want it. You have to want to be better.
When you realize you have to make this shit work or you're falling on your face, it's a different kind of grind, a different kind of mentality, a different kind of person, a different side of you that you've never seen before that comes out when you go all in.
Everybody has the desire to do something, but they don't have they don't know how to really complete the process of dedicating themselves and having the discipline to do it.
This shit is worth more money than anything ever because you can make so much money off of this, bro. Look at me crazy, call me crazy in the beginning, but once I'm making millions of dollars, playing video games, having fun.
We are creative beings, and we can create money. Not that we can, we actually do. That's how money manifests in people's life. They create it. And when you have this mindset, the universe will then present to you and have bubble up ideas about how to make money.
Let's consider money butterflies. So let's say you want to catch butterflies. Butterflies equate to dollars. There's 2 ways that you can gather butterflies. The first way is build a net, right? Build a massive net. It doesn't matter how optimized the net is. It doesn't matter how sophisticated it is. You always have to swing in order to catch butterflies. That's most people hustling. That's where most people start. But you need to develop a second skill set, which is how to attract butterflies. How do you attract butterflies? By building a garden.
Changing your psychology around money changes absolutely everything.
Do you want to become a billionaire? Then you have to think like a billionaire.
There is all the money that everybody needs and wants waiting there for them.
The way you feel about money is highly uncorrelated to how much you've got in the bank.
You have to change the way you think.
The number one thing that's keeping you poor is your mouth, what you say. You see, what you say is what you get. Your tongue is a creative force. Words have power, more power than you could ever imagine. Every word that comes out of your mouth has 100 to 1,000 times more power than a thought. If you believe that what you say will happen, you will get whatever you say.
Listen to me. Rich people think differently. So what I'm gonna put in your head today is a rich people concept so you can get to understand it. The only difference between successful people and not is just how they think. Rich people think different. Quit letting people tell you you gotta get qualified in another program. You don't need another program to be successful. You need to change the way you think.
How would an abundant person think? Write it down, dude, and fire and wire those thoughts in your brain and install the hardware. Keep doing it with attention and intention. It becomes the new voice in your head. It becomes a software program. Then say, okay, how am I going to be in my life today? What would an abundant person, how would they behave? And before you reach for your cell phone and start scrolling through your social media, close your eyes and rehearse in your mind how that person would walk, how they would breathe, how they would smile, how they would greet people, how they would be on Zoom calls, how would they be in traffic, how would they be at dinner. And the act of closing your eyes and mentally rehearsing the act, if you're truly present, the brain does not know the difference between the real life experience and what you're imagining.
Say no to the paycheck. Paycheck make you poor because they make a slave mindset, not a master mindset.
Make up your mind. That's this idea of you got to be realistic, that you got to be logical is a bunch of nonsense. You don't have to be logical at all. I've been totally illogical many times, and it's helped me earn a lot of money.
When you speak of your poverty and lack of education, you are simply directing your mind power to attract these undesirable circumstances. Because it is true that whatever your mind feeds upon, your mind attracts to you. Now you see why it is important that you recognize that all success begins with definiteness of purpose, with a clear picture in your mind of precisely what you want from life.
You are on your way to making your fortune. You can do it. You have greatness within you. Remember, you were born to win. You were engineered for success. You were designed for accomplishment, and you were endowed with the seeds of greatness.
Do you want to become a billionaire? Then you have to think like a billionaire. Billionaires do not think about pennies and cents and dollars. They think big, and they think of ways of getting there, not of ways of not getting there.
There is all the money that everybody needs and wants waiting there for them. And there's only one reason it's not in their lives, and that's because they're stopping it from coming into their lives.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
How are we stopping it?
By thinking we don't have enough, by thinking we don't deserve it, by maybe being programmed the way you were, that my family didn't have very much, you know, I'm destined to not have very much, kind of born on the wrong side of the tracks kind of thing, or all of those thoughts, to believe that we only get money through our job. If you believe that that's the only way you're going to get money, that's the only way that you're going to get money. But you can get money from unbelievable, unlimited different ways.
If you decide you want to be rich, all you gotta do is start. Why not? Who gonna stop you? Unless you tell it to the wrong person. Mama, listen to me. I'm going to be rich. Anybody rich in this family? Go in there and sit down somewhere. Get yourself a good job. Oh, mama, you must be right. No, mama could be wrong. Because what you have in your imagination, God didn't show it to your mama. I'm sorry. He showed it to you.
Know what you want and believe that you can and will get it. Give expressions of gratitude many times daily for having received that which you want, even before you actually get physical possession of it. Possession starts first in the mind. Please remember this. Remember, there can be no application of applied faith without action. When overtaken by defeat, as you may be many times, remember that man's faith is tested many times before he is crowned with final victory. And accept your defeat as nothing more than a challenge to keep on trying.
But I'm starting to realize, bro, when you dance to your own rhythm, when you play by your own rules, and you living through your vision, that's a perfect indication you're doing it correctly. Because they literally don't see what you see. They don't see it. They don't see what you see. They don't see as far as you see. And they don't understand why you see what you see. They don't even understand where it's coming from internally. They don't. I didn't get that back then. I just knew I had the desire for more. I knew I had a vision that I couldn't ignore.
There is no end to what you're capable of doing. Once you get into this vibration, you'll start attracting things. Opportunity is just going to pop up everywhere you go.
Delayed gratification, which means putting off enjoying the fruits of your labor for a period of time. It's temporary so that you're focused in on what you're doing. This is the one thing that people always did that people that are not successful don't do. They're obsessed with making money. They're obsessed with their mission, their purpose, their idea, their project, and it's all they do. It's all they think about. They eat, drink, and sleep this obsession. They work on it, but it's not work to them. They absolutely love the journey because they understand the journey is actually the reward.
What would be the outcome? The experiment of being abundant would be that you would have to feel that feeling. Get so good at doing it with your eyes closed. You got to do it with your eyes open. Now, why? Because if you're feeling the feelings of your emotions, of your future, you're no longer looking for them.
You can do whatever you make up your mind to do. Believe, and you shall receive. Will you please remember that your life is exactly what you make it by your own mental attitude.
Listen to this. You do not have to be the smartest cat in town to earn a lot of money. As a matter of fact, you can be pretty dumb and earn a lot of money. I was pretty dumb and I was earning a lot of money. So when people tell me you got to be smart to earn a lot of money, I know that's not true because I knew I wasn't very smart and I was earning a lot of money.
If you complain about money, if you judge people who have it, if you rush when you're in lack, if you cheat when you don't have what you need, an abundant person doesn't do that. You got to look at that and say, I got to break these habits. Yes. Oh my God, if I truly want to be abundant, I can't act this way. Now here's the big one. If I truly want to be a new personality that's in a new personal reality, I can't take lack with me. I can't take unworthiness. I can't take the story that goes along with it with my parents or my grandparents or my ex or whatever. That story has to end.
When people look at the money that they're making and then the amount of effort that it takes them to make that money, they're like, you know what, at least I worked hard for my money. Bro, money gets printed out of thin air. You need to figure out how to make as much of it for the least amount of effort as possible. Why? Because there's dudes out there that are printing it. I don't think you understand. They're literally printing it. Printing it, and you're out here working for it, slaving away. So you need to ask yourself, how can I get as much money as possible for the least amount of effort? So you need to start a business. You need to be able to understand how to arbitrage. You need to learn how to sell. You need to learn how to market. These basic skills, because the assumption that you're going to find security in a job is a fallacy. They can fire you for any of a million reasons tomorrow. Your skills are what's going to determine if you stay afloat or not, if you have the ability to make money. The job doesn't count. The idea of having a side hustle that you're not actually fully invested doesn't count. You need to be focused on making money. Money is the name of the game. You have to take care of it.
A lot of you niggas gonna spend your whole life waiting on a handout, waiting on somebody to come and put you on, waiting for some money to fall in your lap, waiting for somebody to come and save you. No, ain't nobody coming to save you, bro. Once you understand, you're gonna have to do this shit on your own. You're gonna have to have your own motion. You're gonna have to have your own grind. You move different. You talk different. You apply pressure to shit different. It's different when you know nobody's coming.
No more around. You want your life to be better? I can't help you. Lee can't help you. Joe Rogan can't help you. Ari can't help you. Only you could help you. Grab your ball, get a notebook, and write down what the you're gonna do this year. And this is it. You're not gonna have these problems. The drugs, the cigarettes, it all starts today, all right? No more excuses. This is the year of the soldier. We're getting back what belongs to us, and that's it.
You chase something that you believe you deserve until you get it. And it doesn't matter what happens to you. It doesn't matter how many times you've been fired. It doesn't matter how many people don't believe in you. You just go until you get it. That's the point. Are you tired yet? But some of you need to get tired. You need to be tired of what's going on in your life. Get tired of your habits. Get tired of your results. Get tired of the actions that you're putting in every day. You gotta change, man, or nothing changes.
In Africa, you know from your early age that you're not counting on nobody. You're not expecting anything from anybody. it's all on you. And as long as you get that, the rest of your life get better.
Here's something a guy said recently. This dude said, there's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever.
Nobody's going to believe in you until you've already done it. Nobody's going to come and celebrate with you until you've already done it. The work is going to come before the belief, which means you're going to have to work for a long time by yourself with no applause, with no awards, with nobody telling you good job. And then once you start to build something and people start to see the momentum and they start to see the result and you start doing some things, then you're going to get a little belief.
Unless you understand that you've got to parent yourself, you got to push yourself, you're not going to make your dreams come true. You're just not.
We had nobody anyway, mother. So see how I'm talking myself right now? That's me. That shit fires me the f*** up. That shit makes me nuts. You had nobody anyway, motherfucker. Look around you. There was no team. It was you.
What's your most brutal life lesson?
Nobody's coming to save you. It's also the best one. The best day of your life is when you realize nobody's coming to save you. And when you can realize that, and you can kind of cynically smile because you know you want the ball in your court, then you're well on your way to being successful. When you take full responsibility of everything, good or bad, even if you don't do the actual task, if you take responsibility fully, you're free.
There's a tremendous amount of liberation that comes when you accept the fact that you're always going to need to give yourself a push.
The first two words of getting out of poverty are my fault. And the thing is it doesn't actually matter if it is your fault, but it is your problem. You have to solve it because no one else will. That allows you to actually do something about it.
Until you win, effort always goes unnoticed. Get used to it. No one roots for you until everyone roots for you. That's just how it works. You're going to lose sleep. You'll doubt whether it'll work. You'll stress to make ends meet. You won't finish your to-do list. You'll wonder whether you made the right call and have no way to know for years. This is what hard feels like. Everything worth doing is hard. And the more worth doing it is, the harder it is. The greater the payoff, the greater the hardship. If it's hard, good. It means no one else will do it. More for you.
At some point, everything's going to go south on you. Everything's going to go south, and you're going to say, this is it. This is how I end. Now, you can either accept that, or you can get to work. That's all it is. You just begin. You do the math. You solve one problem, then you solve the next one.
The bottom line is, no one's coming. No one. No one's coming to push you. No one's coming to tell you to turn the TV off. No one's coming to tell you to get out the door and exercise. Nobody's coming to tell you to apply for that job that you've always dreamt about. Nobody's coming to write the business plan for you. It's up to you.
There is no perfect time to start. You gotta start now with changing your life. You gotta do your best work when you're the least motivated. So those days you don't want to do it, guess what you gotta do? You gotta second the up and do it. Stay hard.
I just don't see the point.
This idea you have that there's a way to be safe, it's childish and cowardly. It stops you from experiencing anything, including anything good.
Once you've already won, people are like, he's amazing, he's so good. But like, that's the time when you need it the least. You always have to be the person who roots for you before everyone else does. And it's usually a single clap in the auditorium for a very long period of time. It is a slow clap that's just you.
The difference between should and must is reasons. Reasons come first, answers come second. If you got strong enough reasons, if you got a big enough why, you can figure out how to do anything.
Why the don't you want to be in better shape? Why don't you want to be more successful? Maybe you can't find your why because you're lazy. Maybe you can't find your why because you have zero in ambition. Regardless, you need to go out here and find it.
If the why is powerful, the how is easy. But if the why isn't strong, if your goals aren't powerful, if the vision isn't clear, the old prophet said, without a vision we die, without a vision we perish, without a dream we're nothing.
What's the chance of you making $1 million this year? Give me numbers. And everyone's like 0%, 0%, 0%. 1%, there's always 1%. It's like 5, and that's like the most it'll get to. And I said, okay, I'm gonna give you the most extreme example, but I just wanna see what happens, okay? What's the percentage chance of you making $1 million this year, legally, and if you don't, everyone that you love dies? And everyone's like, 100%, 100%, 1,000%. I said, what changed? The goal didn't change. The time frame didn't change. Why you're doing it changed. Would you wake up in the morning if everyone that you love's life depended on it and be like, yeah, well, maybe I should scroll on TikTok for a little while? No, you'd be like, I'm going to take action immediately. And so it doesn't need to be like a fear of losing everybody, but what's really behind that is like, why?
So you never wanted a regular type life, right? Is that barbecues and ball games? Yeah.
If you want to feel like your life has meaning, if you want to go to bed and sleep with a clear conscience, if you want to wake up in the morning looking forward to the day, purpose is a more meaningful, more reliable category than happiness.
How do I know? A lot of people, when they think of the phrase, how do I know, they always want to put the what behind it. How do I know what I'm supposed to do? The question that you really should ask is, how do I know why I'm here? Because when you know your why, your what becomes more clear and more impactful.
In order to be successful, you need to have a powerful why. Why do you want to be successful? Why do you want to achieve great things? Why are you doing the shit that you're doing on a daily basis? Why? I ask people this on a daily basis and everybody gives me these generic answers. Because I want to help people. Because I want to give back. Because I want to live a happier life. Why? What's the why here? Why do you want to do these things? Why do you want to feel this way? Why do you want to help people? Why do you want to give back? What's the reason? If you don't have a powerful reason, you're never going to reach your goals because you don't have something that's pulling you towards them. You don't have something that's going to wake you up before your alarm goes off. That why is everything. My why is very simple. I want to be remembered forever and I want to inspire one person a day because I know what it's like to struggle with the drugs and the alcohol and feeling like you're alone in life, having nobody to help you. What's your why?
You know, when you're built different than everybody else and you have this desire for more and this desire for achievement and this desire to win, everybody else looks at you like you're, and they'll tell you that too. You know, what's wrong with you? Like, why can't you just relax? Why can't you just do this? Because I'm just not built that way, man.
How do I manage all this misery and suffering and futility? It's like, well, I need to figure out what I would have to do in order to make that clearly worthwhile. And so then you have your goal and then you think, well, I need to move towards that incrementally because I'm kind of useless and can only do so much and maybe not even that. But all I have to do is be a little bit better than my miserable self yesterday. And that'll propel you forward very rapidly.
If you don't have a strong enough why, if you don't know your compelling future, if you're not ready to climb through every brick wall, then go upstream and find that desire. Find it so when you're facing, oh my God, the money didn't come through, the bank fell through, the bank called their loan, or whatever you go through in different markets. You're just thinking, I just want to make more money to get the Ferrari. You have a reason for that Ferrari. You have a reason for your success. You have a reason for your future. That's when you say, oh, this failed. Let's try again. That didn't work. Let's try again. And how many times do you have to try again? Who knows? Could be 100, right? It's the people who give up on the 60th one and don't realize that your 61st time of getting past that failure was your next level.
Well, the purpose is you. We forget that. Every day I wake up and I don't want to do some shit. I'm like, okay, man, do you want to be today? Do you want to feel like do you want to walk around all day knowing that you could, but you didn't? The main purpose in life is you. So if you wake up in the morning and you don't want to do something, you don't care enough about yourself. And that's what you need to really research is, man, why am I not doing this for myself? Because that is the number one purpose in life, is to better oneself.
What's your rabbit? So what you focus on each day? What you running after? What you chasing after? You may not apprehend it, but what gets you out of bed without an alarm clock? What gets you going when you don't feel like it? What makes you go get it when everybody say you can't?
If you don't know where you want to go or who you want to be, you eventually just float around and you eventually crash.
Most people walk around with no goals, no ambition. They don't know where they're going. It's like a ship with no destination. If you don't know where you're going, you'll never get there. Once you know where you want to go, then you direct your time, your energy, and your attention to the execution and the achievement of that goal. It's all about intention. But most people walk around in life thinking that life is just a big fat lottery.
And it's just not that case. Those that live by the lottery of life most likely end up losing.
Make up your own mission statement. What do you want to be in life? And once you do that, now you can work with somebody to get better. You can work with yourself to get better. But until you know what you want to stand for, you will always just be sitting down. You'll never stand for anything.
The first question people go to is how? And that's the wrong question. How is absolutely the wrong question to start with, because if you've never done it before, what that produces is uncertainty. If you have uncertainty, then you don't execute at the same level. It's like people say knowledge is power. We all know that execution is power. Knowledge is potential power. Execution beats knowledge every day of the week. So my bias is towards action. Even if it's the wrong action, you're going to learn quicker than if you do nothing. But the challenge is people are asking how, and that produces uncertainty. What you got to ask is what and why.
Most people are afraid. Most people have been through shit in their life, and you have to really tap in, and you really have to get clear on your why and your driving force, and you have to face your fear. And until you do, you're not going to get what you want in life. And that's what holds most people back.
At a burrito, I came back and I'm in the law. When I walk in, I sit down, the doctor comes up and he says, "Oh my, I can't believe these arteries are in that young body." He goes, "Let me ask you a question. I heard your wife's pregnant. I said, "Yeah, I have a son." And he says, "Do you want to be there when he graduates from high school to be there for that day?" I said, "Yes, sir. Yeah." He goes, "Your wife's pregnant. What do you have?" And I said, "A daughter." This is where you get a dad. He goes, "Would you like to walk her down the aisle on her wedding day, or are you okay that it's some other man?" I went, "What the is on this scan?" Right? And he goes, "I want to be very clear with you. If you keep going down the road you're going, there'll be some other man with your son at graduation high school, and a stranger's walking your daughter down the aisle that's not even born yet on her wedding day." And I went, boom. And he goes, "But if you do exactly what I tell you to do, you'll be there." And so to this day, brother, there are mornings when I wake up, not every morning, I don't want to go to the gym. I go, Bella's wedding, Bella's wedding, Bella's wedding. So my standards are high because of my big old reasons. Other dudes may miss the gym that day because they're not going to miss their daughter's wedding if they don't go. But I've convinced myself I'm going to get emotional. I've convinced myself I'll miss my daughter's wedding. So I will get my ass out of bed at 4 o'clock in the morning and I will get to that gym because my reasons are bigger, so my standards are.
You can have what you want in 5 years, but there's two conditions. You have to know what it is, and you have to aim at it. Figure out what you want. Write it down. Figure out what you could do to start moving towards that, okay? Do that with your family relationships. Do that with your friendships. Do that with your career. Do that with your education. Develop a vision.
You are a creative force. Get the millionaire mindset. If you don't have the millionaire mindset, that money is a renewable resource and that you can create, and it is God, the universe, which is the source of your supply that gives you the power to get right. If you don't have that mindset, then you're going to have a struggle making your first million and making any large amounts of money. Money is a renewable resource. You can create money.
Now let me give you a description of the one thing which represents the main difference between a successful person and a failure. Please listen carefully and think for yourself as I speak, because failure to recognize the truth I am about to give you is the starting point of most failures. Successful people in all occupations, all professions, and all callings have one trait which distinguishes them from the failures. It is their capacity for belief. The failures see the hole in the donut, but do not see the donut around the hole. The successes see the hole also, but they see the donut around the hole.
Changing your psychology around money changes absolutely everything.
The way you feel about money is highly uncorrelated to how much you've got in the bank. The way you feel about money is highly uncorrelated to how much you've got in the bank. We're going to go back to childhood and we're going to go to the future. What conversations do you remember your family having when you were young about money? What phrases? Here's some examples that might sound familiar. We can't afford it. Here's the consequence of that. This person, hopefully, they end up in a pretty nice job. Maybe they've done well. They have some decent amount of money. They come to me and they go, why do I still feel guilty ordering a salad when I eat out? And my partner is saying, we have the money. Look at our checking account. Why? Well, trace it all the way back to conversations you had starting at age 6.
Wow.
It's not about wealth. It's who you become.
Isn't it a strange fact that most people make a negative application of their great power of faith by thinking about and believing in poverty, ill health, fear, failure, and defeat, when it would be so easy for them just to change their thinking over to the circumstances and things they desire? If you aim for success above mediocrity, you will need to learn to act on your own personal initiative, because your success is something which you must achieve for yourself without someone telling you what to do or how to do it. There are two kinds of men who never amount to much: those who cannot do as they are told, and those who can do nothing else.
Most people learn how to fail and not to succeed. It's a mindset. It's a mindset. When they developed Tesla, everybody thought, not a new idea. But they were persistent, they were convincing, and they could see something that most people did not see. The same thing with Google, the same thing with Apple. They were providing something that people were looking for, but they did not know how to put it together. So if you want to be a billionaire, you have to start thinking what will work and not only what will fail. Billionaires look at their experience and say, this did not work, what can I learn from it? You have to change the way you think. Think about it.
There's been many periods in my life that I've had internal growth, which was this: work, no results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, no results, but I'm a little bit better. Work, no results, I'm a little bit better. Work, boom, just got paid. I just got paid. And it looks like overnight success. Yeah. It's like, oh, it happened in a year. No, bro, it doesn't. Because if you do all those things, even if nothing happens and you know you're doing the right thing and you're on track, overnight success becomes this easy thing because you were internally growing and then the bubble popped. And then boom, it looks like you were doing it all.
You want to make money? The key to making money is serving the most amount of people. The more people you serve, the more money you make. People always say, athletes make so much money. Doctors should make more money than athletes. But I'm like, wait, how many patients you got? How many patients you got? The doctor got 30 patients. Well, you got 30 patient money. But how many people are enjoying watching LeBron play? Hundreds of millions? So he gets hundreds of millions of dollars. I said, dude, don't ever get it twisted. You serve more people, you get more props, you get more money.
Another way to get wealth is through servanthood. Listen very carefully. The more people you serve, the richer you become. The more people that you can serve and the more needs you can meet, the more successful you become.
If you're going to put your effort into something and you're going to work on something, you cannot afford the luxury of a negative thought. I'm going to write a book. I can't afford to think that it won't sell. I'm going to build a business. I can't afford to think that I'm not going to get any clients.
Do not accept from life or anyone else anything you do not desire. And remember that Mahatma Gandhi proved himself to be more powerful than the great British military forces by this simple method of passive resistance. Keep your mind eternally engaged in thinking of that which you desire most, your major purpose in life, so no time will be left for you to waste on thinking of that which you do not want.
The more I listen to this, the better my life gets. If they don't have what you want, don't listen to what they say. There's no greater waste of time than justifying your actions to people who have a life you don't want.
Write out this sentence and paste it in a prominent place where you work and on a mirror where you see yourself in your home. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, the mind can achieve. Remember also that you are the only person who can provide you with a positive mental attitude. What are you going to do about it? On your answer to this question rests your entire future.
Opportunities in life are like trains. There's always another one coming. There's not like this is the last opportunity that will ever present itself to you in this lifetime. No, there are an abundance of opportunities, tons of opportunities. There's huge amounts. And if you don't take advantage of this because of various conditions and circumstances that you can't, there'll be another one down the road. This is the confidence or knowingness that you can and will have tons of opportunities in this lifetime. You can't take advantage of every single one. Take advantage of the ones you want.
Bro, it's so easy to make money. You know this. Online, anybody can go out and make 10 grand a month. Literally. I was talking with a guy in Singapore, probably worth a couple $1 billion. I was having a conversation with him. And he's like, you know what the biggest issue is between the elite and people that make no money? I'm like, what? Financial literacy. He said, most people are financially illiterate. And it's a language. And what do you mean it's a language? He's like, yes, finance is the language of the elite. Self-education will never betray you. Self-education will never betray you. You have to sit down. You don't like to read books. Nobody gives a The marketplace doesn't care.
In order for us to change a belief or perception about ourselves and our lives, we have to make a decision with such firm intention that the amplitude of that decision carries a level of energy that's greater than the hardwired programs in your brain and the emotional conditioning in your body. And your body literally has to respond to your mind. Examine your personality and examine your personal reality. Change your personality, change your personal reality. Don't make it be about abundance. Make it about becoming abundant by overcoming the person who's not abundant.
There's a moment when every boy realizes no one's coming to save him. And that's when he becomes a man. And some boys never get there and stay children forever.
A winner never quits, and a quitter never wins. Definiteness of purpose. By now you should know what you want most from life, and you should have a plan for minds capable of mastering all of their problems. Just remember this about adversities. Nothing is ever so bad or so unpleasant that it may not yield some benefit if we keep a positive mental attitude toward the experience and make it a habit to look for that seed of an equivalent benefit.
What is money? Define it. What is money? You go in, you give your time, your energy, your attention towards a task, and you get paid. What is those 15 pounds that you're getting for that hour worth?
Your time?
No, not your time. What is it worth? Where does it come from? Who gives that thing value? It has no value. That money isn't real. So what you need to do is you need to create money, and you create money by elevating the way that you think about finances, the way that you think about business, the way that you think about working. You don't work in order to get a paycheck. You work in order to build things that create money.
Your body is so objective that it's believing it's living in that reality where you are abundant. And as long as you feel that emotion, you're not separate from it any longer. You're no longer in lack. You're no longer looking for it to occur. Say, why hasn't it happened yet? If you're feeling abundant, why would you look? The longer you're conscious of that energy, the more you draw that future to you. Nothing changes in your life until you change.
Every family deserves to have a winner. I think it should be you. But you also have to disconnect, unplug your umbilical cord from the belly button of average and plug yourself into the mindset of a winner, which is a winner does more than expected every single time, no matter how they feel, no matter the circumstances. A winner shows up 10x times more than the average person. A winner has these unreasonable expectations of himself. A winner knows that he's destined for greatness. And no matter how many people around him tell him to slow down, be careful, watch out, that's too risky. You don't have the genetics, the DNA, the money, the mind, the brain power for that. A winner locks onto their goals and keeps going.
This is the millionaire mindset.
It's just money. It's made up. Pieces of paper with pictures on it so that we don't have to kill each other just to get something to eat.
Rich people's mindset, the millionaire mindset, the real most important millionaire mindset is this. You think and you know and you have complete confidence in your own ability to create. You know that you have the ability to create money. You have confidence that you have the ability to create money anytime you need. With the help of the universe.
There's nothing wrong with being broke, homie. It's only wrong with someone being poor. Because poor is a mindset. Broke is just a temporary situation. Just use fix. But being poor, that's a mind state.
Let me tell you something. There is no nobility in poverty. I've been a rich man and I have been a poor man, and I choose rich every time.
Poor thinking habits keeps most
people poor. Not poor working habits. Most people work hard, but they don't think hard. And Shope taught me that the mind is like a factory, a mental factory. And whatever you think about all day long pours ingredients into this mental factory. And that's what builds the economic, social, financial fabric of your life. As you think, so you become. How awesome.
There's an important phrase we use here. I think it's time you all learned it. Act as if. You understand what that means? Act as if you are the president of this firm. And then you're a millionaire. And it's just that simple.
Let me tell you what rich people do. Rich people give themselves pep talks when no one's around. When they're by themselves, they say things like, I'm a winner. I am sick and tired of being sick and tired, and I am going to win. I'm going to make this happen.
Look at all those people down there. Do they follow the rules for what? They're letting fear lead them.
What happens if I don't?
Life's simple. You make choices and you don't look back.
Stay small enough, long enough, you'll be big enough soon enough. See you at the top because the bottom is too crowded, but we never look down on anybody unless we're willing to help them up. Believing that you can is way more profitable than believing that you can't.
Successful people are always too busy doing what the other guys are still talking about. Successful people are always willing to do what the other guys are not willing to do.
Your friends are shit. They tell me you made 25 grand last month. They're not gonna believe you. F them. Parents don't like the life you lead? You, mom and dad. See how it feels when you're making their excess payments.
Set a goal to become a millionaire. Here's why. For what it will make of you to achieve it. Set a goal that'll make you stretch that far. For what it will make of you to achieve it.
Today, it's easier to make money than ever before. You are on your way to having your first $1 million in the bank and all of your bills paid.
Think and grow rich. Think and grow rich.
Success is something you attract, not something you pursue. Success is looking for a good place to stay. So instead of going after it, you work on yourself. Personal development.
Why is it that people are successful? It's simply this. The rich get richer, the poor get poorer. Why? It's because the rich think about wealth and affluence all the time. And what do the poor think about? The poor think about lack, loss, and limitation, risk, danger, fear, failure all the time.
Think and grow rich. Think and grow rich. Think and grow rich.
You become what you think about. And here's the interesting thing. You can choose. Choose what you think about. Choose. With your business, choose what you're aiming at. With your leadership, choose what you're aiming at. With your team, choose. Help them choose. The act of intentionality is so freaking powerful. It's unbelievable. Henry Ford said, if you think you can, or you think you can't, you're right. I am amazed at the things we don't do because we have this little tiny bit of fear that offsets all the other data and all the other evidence in our life that causes us to not go do something. Because we just don't believe. And it's weird. When you start to believe, you become what you think about.
Never say you can't do it. Say, I haven't done it yet. I haven't done it yet. And that's true with everything. It's like, there's nothing that you can't do. You may not have done it yet. We don't know if you can do it or not until you really crack this. And then you find out if you can do it or not, or how well you can do it.
Money is not our issue. The mindset of money is our issue. If you don't have a mindset for money, then trading stocks and options wouldn't be the game for you because you're not going to know how to manage your risk. You're not going to have the discipline to be able to stay out of the market when necessary. You're not understanding money in its totality. So when you got the mindset of money coupled with the skill of making money, this is what equals a wealthy person. This is what allows a person to be able to build wealth throughout their generations.
You cannot have what you're not willing to become vibrationally. If you do get it, you'll lose it. This is why people that win the lottery, they lose everything. They'll get a modicum of success but can't hold on to it because inside they weren't vibrationally aligned. They really hadn't become it. So you can temporarily manipulate and get there. things. But to have it completely, you have to lift your vibration and become that.
You can have more than you've got because you can become more than you are. And of course, the other side of the coin reads, unless you change how you are, you'll always have what you got. I have found in my experience that income does not far exceed personal development. Now, sometimes income takes a lucky jump, but sure enough, unless you grow out where it is, it'll usually come back where you are. Life has strange ways. If somebody hands you $1 million, best you become a millionaire quickly, so you get to keep the money. Otherwise, sure enough, it'll disappear. Somebody once said, if you took all the money in the world, divided it up equally among everybody, it would soon all be back in the same pockets. Incredible.
Money does not exist. Did you know that? I learned that years ago from a very wealthy man. I was free from money that day. He says money is an idea. It's in your head. It's an idea. You are supposed to work for purpose, not money. If you find your purpose, money will find you. If you're not in your purpose, you haven't found your purpose, you're still working for money. Money's your gods.
Think and grow rich. If you can focus on building something for you, your life will be way better. So I started down that journey. Because at the end of the day, thoughts are things. What you think about truly becomes your reality. One of the most magnificent things that I've discovered in the 46 years I've been on this earth is that genuinely, whatever reality you create in your mind, you can eventually walk towards and exist it. That's amazing because I believe we're creative. I believe that we can co-create. A lot of people think that's hocus pocus, but like my mentor said, he said, no, it's hocus focus. Wow. So if you focus on it for real, like really focus on a particular destination that you want to get to, and then you're willing to put in the work every day, consistently, eventually you can get there.
Everything is possible in your life when you believe. When you believe, everything is possible.
What come out your mouth is what's gonna come back to you. It's the law of attraction. All men are dogs. You finna meet all of them. I never get nobody. You're not. I can't lose this weight. You sure ain't. I'm gonna get fit this year. Strong possibility. I'll never be rich. Promise you won't. I'm gonna be rich one day. Strong possibility. It's how it works, man. It is the law of attraction. The moment you say it, you begin to change. It's the process. If you think big, you'll be big. If you think small, you'll be small.
A negative mental attitude can bring you nothing but failure. Remember always, you are where you are and what you are because of your mental attitude in which you relate yourself to other people. Remember also, your mental attitude is the one and the only thing over which you have complete control. Success is something which has to be planned. And success is something which has to be earned.
Anything that you can hold in your mind on a continuing basis, you can be, have, or do. You will become what you think about. Your only job is to make a very, very clear decision about the person you want to be, the things that you want to have, the goals that you want to accomplish, and then make sure that you feed your mind continuously, day by day, week by week, hour by hour, with words, pictures, images, ideas, thoughts, and information consistent with your goals and your ideals.
You cannot have wealth in your material world until you first visualize the wealth in your mind.
If you get a picture of what you really want, then it's just a matter of time until you have it. They keep reminding yourself that you have tremendous reservoirs of potential within you, and therefore you are quite capable of doing anything you set your mind to. You really can. So all you must do is figure out how you can do it, not whether you can or not.
About 5 years ago, I met a wise and wealthy man who had spent his entire life studying success. And he'd reached a clear conclusion concerning the reason for success in life and especially in business. He's dead now, but I'll never forget what he told me. He said the key to success was to set a goal and then to stay with it until you achieve success in at least one important thing. He said that your subconscious mind will then accept that success experience and store it as a pattern, like a template. And then from then on, your subconscious will drive you and direct you and guide you to repeat the pattern of success in other things that you attempt. Another way of saying it is that nothing succeeds like success. Psychologists have demonstrated that achievement brings you a natural high. Once you've experienced your first great success, then not only are you unconsciously programmed to repeat it, but nothing else will ever give you the same wonderful sense of satisfaction.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
When you realize how powerful your mind is, you can create anything you want. This is the goal. The main thing of being alive is learning how to create. And now when the veil is thinning, we're moving into this new earth, we're into the shifting, we're bringing all these abilities back. This is what you're supposed to learn how to do. This is your movie. So you are the producer, director, and actor in your own play. You're also the script writer, but the script isn't written. It's written as you go along. You can change it anytime you want. You can create anything.
You know the only difference in steam and ice is the state of vibration of the water or the H2O. Do you know the only difference in where you are versus where you want to go is your state of vibration? Do you know that everything to get you there is already here, and it always has been? You know, when you take an idea and you impregnate it over and over again, you impregnate that idea into one cell. When you impregnate that idea into the cell, that cell is dividing 1 into 2, 2 into 4, 4 into 8, and the process goes on at the rate of 50,000 cells per second. And the more and more you act on it, even though you don't feel good about it, but you work with the idea, you start to develop this change in vibration. But what is really happening is you're impregnating the cells with the characteristic or the idea. What we need to do is we need to constantly think about where we're going, what we want to do, and we start to increase our level of thinking by vibration, and we begin to attract thoughts of a like nature that'll move us in that direction.
How badly do you want what you want? How badly do you want it? Or do you want it at all? You see, there's an awful lot of people who want an awful lot of things. But how badly do they want it? If you want it so badly, if you want it with tremendous intensity of desire, there's really nothing in the world that can stop you from getting it. There's an interesting story was told about Socrates, and Socrates was talking to one of his students, and the student said, I am hungry for knowledge. What can I do to increase my knowledge? And Socrates said, knowledge is something that is readily available and easy to get if you want it bad enough. He said, I'm sure I want it badly enough. And Socrates said, come with me, and he walked him offshore into the ocean, and walked him offshore into the Aegean Sea. And they got about 3 or 4 feet, and Socrates, a very, very strong man, grabbed the young man and put his head under the water. And the young man began to struggle and struggle and struggle, and finally became incredibly frantic, and finally brought him up. And he said, now what did you want while you were under the water? And he said, all I wanted was air. He said, all I could think of in the whole world was air. He said, when you want knowledge with the same intensity that you wanted that oxygen, you will get all the knowledge that you could desire. And when you want anything with great intensity, if you have the desire, you'll get it.
This is the millionaire mindset.
Your subconscious mind hears what you tell it to hear and sees what you make it see. For example, if you're constantly thinking, I'm tired of being broke, your subconscious mind will prove you right. It hears, I'm tired and broke, and it works all day and night to make it true. Your words are spells. That's why you spell words. They're magical. Your tongue can slay you. Hold it if you don't know how to use it.
Stay small enough, long enough, you'll be big enough soon enough. See you at the top because the bottom is too crowded, but we never look down on anybody unless we're willing to help them up. Believing that you can is way more profitable than believing that you can't.
Successful people are always too busy doing what the other guys are still talking about. Successful people are always willing to do what the other guys are not willing to do.
Your friends are shit. And someone made 25 grand last month, they're not gonna believe you. Them. Parents don't like the life you lead? You, mom and dad. See how it feels when you're making their excess payments.
Set a goal to become a millionaire. Here's why. For what it will make of you to achieve it. Set a goal that'll make you stretch that far. For what it will make of you to achieve it.
Today, it's easier to make money than ever before. You are on your way to having your first $1 million in the bank and all of your bills paid.
Don't ever let somebody tell you you can't do something. Not even me. You got a dream, you got to protect it. People can't do something themselves. They want to tell you you can't do it. You want something, go get it. Period.
Start working for yourself. Sky's the limit.
What is the one thing that people who made $1 million that they did that I guarantee you are not doing? It is called work. They worked 12 to 14 to 16 hours a day, 7 days a week on making money. They had an obsession with making money. That's all they thought about. They had singular focus. They had singleness of purpose. And I guarantee you don't do that because you want to live a balanced life. Well, I'm sorry, but people who succeed in life don't live a balanced life. It is a fantasy. It is a myth. If you say, I want to live a balanced life and make millions, welcome to Fantasy Island.
If you want to unlock your potential, if you want to go straight to the stars, you have to use the law of substitution to keep your mind on what you want. Use the law of concentration to dwell continually on the results you desire. Be solution-centered rather than problem-centered. Be goal-centered rather than loss-centered. And the law of subconscious activity will begin to adjust your words, your actions, your feelings, your emotions, and everything to the point where you will draw into your life the people and circumstances that will harmonize with it. Now, what's the most powerful thing you can do? It's very simply this, is success begins with taking purposeful, systematic control of the content of your conscious mind. Purposeful, systematic control of the content of your conscious mind. Everything comes back to the law of control.
Is there any better feeling than being locked in?
No.
Like when you are locked in and you are, you're taking, and you're in a rhythm and every day you're knocking it down. You never miss a step. Like you go to bed feeling great. You wake up feeling inspired. You go in the gym with energy, right? Like that's the best way to live it.
But I promise you, bro, you have so much potential. If you literally just took it and put it in one place, you could literally change your life.
Truly believe that if you put your 100% effort into something, then you can't lose. God knows if you deserve the results. And if you truly try, you truly commit yourself 100% to something, I don't see how you can fail it. But I don't think you can. That I refuse. I completely refuse. You can't fail at it.
You said you were going to do it this year, but you didn't. So what's going to be different about this year? What kind of